Hello everyone and once again welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2020 Fall Split South Asia Region Semi Finals sponsored by the Oppo Reno 4, which has the Walk 4.0 flash fast charging, 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage and the beautiful 6.4-inch AMOLED display. Clearly the best of you. My name is Varun Super Johnny John and this, as I said, is the semi-finals, but today it's going to be the last day where we will see teams from Group B and C battle it out in the 4 games that they have to see which are going to be the 10 teams moving from here to the finals to face off against the 6 invited teams. And ladies and gentlemen, joining me on the desk for the very first game, it is going to be the man, the myth, the legend, returning himself to South Asia, Fixes.
Oh my god, I'm flabbergasted with that introduction, but yes, it feels good to be back. It was just a one-day affair. But lately I was having a chat with Johnny as to what other actions happened yesterday, and we heard a lot about 7Cs getting those 2 back-to-back chicken dinners.
Yeah, it was an incredible performance from them, and a performance that they desperately needed, because if you guys remember, before yesterday, 7Cs were looking, basically they were in the 3rd chart of the standings, sitting between the standings of 17th or 18th position, somewhere around that that spot. But after yesterday, after the 2 chicken dinners, they instantly bounced off. From the first game, they made it to the top 11. In the next game, they made it to the top 5. In the last game, they had an early exit, so they did drop down to the top 8. But still, that is a good spot to be at. If 7C can perform today, they will secure their spot for the finals.
Absolutely. This you can call is the end game for the semi-finals. And now let's take a quick look at the leaderboard as to see where the teams have been faring out after so long, when we have already started to come to a close to this entire semi-final event that we've been having. And by the looks of it, A1 Esports, they finished all their games sitting on top with 191 points, followed by High Voltage with 176. They are on the 2nd position. Team P and Crew, they've just played 12 games. They are about to play the remainder of 4 games, and we have to see whether they can clinch the top position from A1 Esports or not.
Definitely. And also look at PWP Esports. They've played 12 games only. They have 3 chicken dinners, so today they can get the 4th one as well and be the team with the most chicken dinners in the semi-finals. But it is going to be quite very interesting, because now we have 3 teams already inside of the top 8 who have matches remaining. That means these teams are going to keep on climbing and the other teams are going to be pushed down. If we move on to the next set of standings, we will see where the cutoff stands right now. So top 10, they qualify, and look at this, HARAME. They are done with the games. Kirapi's flow is done. 4 Archangels is done. So those 3 teams are already out of the semi-finals, and they won't be moving for the finals from here on out. It's going to be up to Venom Legends, Satan, and Phantom Esports. Phantom Esports, we've seen them climb up in one single day. And we're going to hope that these 2 teams definitely make it, because the playstyle that they bring with them, it's quite intense.
Absolutely. Eyes will definitely be on Rafat as to how he is going to perform. And even Jax has to play out of his mind today. But as we take a look at the teams that are in the danger zone, we certainly can see God's REBORN, despite the fact that they got in a substitute at such a late time, and things didn't really work out, but still they have to get at least 1 or 2 chicken dinners and some good performances coming over for them. But taking a look at the other teams, we certainly have Angry Springs, Trusty Process, SOLTISQUAD, some big names. The old guards, as you like to mention, are somewhere kind of trembling and are about to fall.
Well, they are trembling indeed, and it seems like they have already fallen the way they have been playing in their matches. SOLTISQUAD, at least they've had a few good games. Trusty Process, the constant low finishes are keeping them at the bottom of the standings. Also, what do you have to say about a team who is sitting in the last position right now with a chicken dinner to their name?
Well, this goes on, it's just a tournament over there for them. It's there's always tomorrow. But right now, let's take a look at what all these teams are fighting for. The prize pool itself. For the 1st position, we do have $2,600, and for the 2nd position, $1,600. For the 3rd and the 4th position, we have $1,100. But what really matters, what all these teams are striving hard for, is that slot in the PMPL Season 2.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be so important, more important than the prize money, in fact, if you are one of those returning teams. Because if you missed the opportunity the last time around when the spring split was here, when they actually had 6 slots, this fight with just 4 slots available, it's going to be so crucial. Plus, the competition is going to be even more fierce because you are going to have those X-Factor teams coming in from Pakistan that you will have to face.
Absolutely. Not only Pakistan, you also have all the Indian teams as well. And this time, South Asia has been an entire competition of diversity. So many different nations coming in. And now, to get those chicken dinners, you have to earn those precious points. And now let's take a look at how the points distribution has been so far. And there you go. The first position gets 20 points. It's been pretty standard. We've been using it for quite some time. For the second position, you have 14. Third gets 10. And it gradually decreases up to a mark until 11th position. From where onwards, you just get that 1 point for your position. But what really matters and what really changes things around in this points distribution table is that 1 kill, 1 point factor.
That has been an important thing for the teams that do rely on getting that aggressive position in the team fights and are proactive with the way they make their plays. But now let us have a look at the teams that will be playing the matches today. Group A is done, so we straight away move forward to Group B, where we have Venom Esports, Gods Reborn, Angry Springs, and PWP Esports as the first 4 teams that are going to be stepping back into the battleground. Also, we have KSX, DoyenKnightSs, Krusty Process, and Abrupt Slayers in here. Abrupt Slayers, they have had a good run. They are in a comfortable position, but Krusty Process, KSX, they will have to step up. Moving forward in Group C, it's going to be PN Crew, Wolves Den, Satan, and DRS Gaming. DRS Gaming sitting on the 9th position right now, so they will look to climb as high as they can so that they qualify for the finals. PN Crew, I think they have already secured a spot for them. Moving forward, Group C, it's going to be Soulz of BD, Venom Legends, SOLTISQUAD, and 7C Esport.
Yeah, absolutely. 7C Esports, eyes definitely will be on them if they can carry forward that momentum that they have gained yesterday. And it's a very, very necessary thing. It's absolutely instrumental that you kind of carry forward whatever chicken dinners you've got back to back. You must feel confident. But yes, like you mentioned, DRS Gaming, a team that was in the top for some time, has faced a dip. But right now, you cannot slack off. You have to make sure that you are in the top 10 position to cement yourselves a spot for the finals of the PMCO South Asian region.
Definitely, and even the finals are going to be super intense because look at the teams that are going to be waiting for these lads. It's going to be Elementrix, it's going to be the squad of Janmara, INES, Team Extreme is going to be there, Dead Eyes guys are going to be there, and Hype is going to be there as well. So it's going to be quite interesting when these lads, when we find out which teams are actually going to move forward. Because, I mean, even in the leaderboard, we did see the volatility that's there. I mean, the standings do change in every single game. A team sitting at the bottom, they get 1 chicken dinner, they get 2 chicken dinners, they're instantly going to bounce off and will be inside of the top 10. And that is the fact that makes the matches today so important for the teams that are still sitting quite low. I would say between the 19th and the 24th position. Those teams, if they have a good run, because as we were talking about it, there was a day when PWP Esports, they had an amazing standing, they had an amazing set of games, not a single bad game in all the 4 matches that they played that day, and that is the reason that they are high up in the standings. Same thing happened with 7Cs as well. 7Cs, the first game was a decent one, second and third game they got a chicken dinner. It was just the last game that they messed up, because of which they are in the 7th position right now. Had they not messed up, had they had a decent outing, at least on the 4th or the 5th position with a few kills, with 4 or 3 kills to their name, they would still be inside of the top 6. But as I say, the matches are going to happen today, and with that, let us have a look at the schedule as well. So 4 games, 4 maps.
Absolutely, and we start off with our bread and butter map of PUBG Mobile. That's Erangel, then followed by Sanhok. That's some fast-paced action right over there. But we come down to Miramar, where all these teams are gonna be tested out on how their aim skills are, how their raw positioning is, and then you know, the full circle coming around. Team will be ending off at Erangel. But you know, talking about Team 7Cs, you can say they've literally lived up to their name. They are on the 7th position. But right now, I'm really excited as to see what kind of curveballs the map of Erangel is gonna throw for us.
Well, because in South Asia, Erangel always throws us curved balls. And
Erangel.
yeah, the first match, though, it is live right now, and the trajectory of the plane is in front of us. It starts from the military base again and goes to the western side of the Georgia Pool City. I have to say, like, for the last couple of days, Fixes, we hardly get to see the plane trajectories that lean towards the eastern area. It's always the west or the center.
Yeah, it starts off with the west, and somewhere in the last game, kind of goes on towards the east. I've seen this a pattern even in the Pakistan region. Yesterday, a similar thing happened while I was casting the Indian region as well. But right now, this flight path, opens up a lot of possibility, a lot of early game fights coming in for those teams that do want to go towards the Yasnaya side, or maybe Mansion, Prison, Lipovka, Shelter, Miltapau, wherever you go. You have to make sure that you make your rotations right. You have to make sure that you don't get caught off guard. So today, it's the final hurrah for a few teams that will be going out. And, South Asia has been so competitive. Just the 10 teams qualifying. It almost feels like these are the finals.
Yeah, it does feel like these are the finals because the standings are so close. And with that, the intensity for the teams also goes up, along with the pressure that's going to be there in the games that they play. Plus, this is the first Erangel. We know what happens in the last Erangel of the day, so we're going to see how things turn out over there. But, yeah, the curveballs start from right off the bat, as the trajectory was towards the left and the circle goes towards the right side. That's the eastern side of the map, centered around the shelter area right now. Most of the teams are going to have a comfortable position. I want to keep an eye on that Yasnaya Poliana Farms area, where we did see the last game of yesterday end, and it was quite an interesting fight.
Yeah, absolutely. We get to see a lot of different circles this time around, and this has been a pattern, to be honest. I was not really taken aback when I saw the flight path trajectory and the circle being formed on either ways. But right now, talking about this team, PN Crew, they've had a shaky start, but boy, oh boy, did they not rise with all those amazing performance, especially coming out from Avishek. And even Ayush has been a good player that has been supporting his teammate alongside Sondesh and Demon Killer. So right now, eyes will be on this team as to whether they can clinch that first position. So basically, right now we have two storylines building up. One, obviously, being the fact that who are the top 10 teams are going to qualify, because the difference between the numbers that we had was so less. And then the second storyline is, can Team PN cross over? Can they tussle over the players from A1 Esports to get the first position? But right now, right off the get-go, we see Chari taking down Windy God X from God's REBORN.
Yeah, running out in the open, and we have talked about this as well quite a lot, actually. Never show your back to your opponents. Yep. And yeah, exactly that. The basic mistake being made by the player of God's REBORN, Windy God X. The good thing for him is going to be the fact that he's quite close to his teammates, so the revive can possibly happen. Also, Chari, he has given away his information to his opponents. All right, I don't think there's going to be a revive. They're just going to go for the finish, the players of PWP on the lad, as the players from the squad of God's REBORN, they are in a really bad situation. There is not going to be any support coming in from them. But the same can be said for their own teammate, Boli Hang, who is way on the other side towards the Georgia Pool City area and is probably going to be caught off guard by the players of God's REBORN right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, how things are fed out is the fight is way too much in the open. And God's REBORN, Windy X, he has to, this is not the right time for their team. They cannot afford such early exits, because now they have to get a good game. They have to get a chicken dinner. If you remember, God's REBORN, in just the day before, they had gotten in Husky over there, and they placed second. High Voltage definitely clinched the chicken dinner for themselves, and after that, they had good kills, in fact. So they need some similar performance that they pulled off in the day previous of yesterday, and let's see how they are gonna fare out. But right now, players from Team PWP just looting around hospital areas, all chill. Got a good kill for their own names, and let's see how they fare out.
Yeah, we are going to see how things fare out right now, but quite a slow start to this matchup. I mean, you always expect that whenever the trajectory on towards the whenever the circle is towards the eastern side of the map. I mean, teams do like to take their time to rotate towards those areas just because of how open things can get. I mean, talk about shelter, talk about mansion area, talk about the farm area, talk about the southern side of Yasnaya Poliana. You are going to be quite exposed. So you want to take your time going there, and you want to make sure that you have enough smokes available on every single player of your team so that you will have some cover even if you're out in the open. And this could be one of the earliest collisions, and it's going to be at a place where I definitely did not expect it. It's going to be on Lipovka, DoyenKnights versus the players of Trust D Process. Rules has been spotted out by Shaka. He's going to throw a smoke to cover up the vehicles and create sort of a flanking position for himself. See, he's creating a pathway right now that he can potentially use to the player to go and aggress upon the players of DoyenKnights. But this can also just deny them the information that these lads are going to fall back and just go back towards the teammate. The shots are going to come in on. Shaka takes a bit of damage, but there is not going to be a knock as they just deny them the vision and the line of sight. Go behind the warehouse and get some distance between them and the other players of DoyenKnights so that the shots do not connect. And Trust the process, all the 4 players are going to be once together again.
You know, Johnny, when I just saw this, push happening, initially we thought they are going in for a fight. But eventually, if you have to make a conclusion out of what really happened, they just gifted them a buggy. That really happened. They went with a buggy. They just parked it over there, smoked it out, just retreated. I do not know the reason as to why they made such a movement. Maybe it was they just felt safer traversing around with their own Dacia. But whatever be it, now the thing stands still. They have lost control of one of their vehicles. But still, they are alive. They are alive to live another day over here. Or maybe a few more minutes. We do not know how things are going to fare out for Team TDP. They've had their own highs and lows. They've got those good games coming in. But, the Trusty Process, a team that's considered as one of the old guards of PUBG Mobile in their own region. And to watch them, kind of faltering around in the PMCO Semi Final stages is kind of shocking for me.
Yeah, I mean, it is a big shock because the teams, the way they were performing during the group stages was quite impressive. And it's the same teams that were topping the charts and destroying everyone during the group stages that are now sitting at the bottom half of the standings. I mean, talk about Phantom Esports, talk about the squad of Venom Legends. They are still not where we expected them to be and where their fans expect them to be. Venom Legends also, one interesting thing about this team is going to be the fact, you remember how aggressive they used to be during the group stages, right?
Yeah.
Well, now they don't even take a fight up until the very last few teams are left. Like yesterday in the very first Erangel, they had a good standing, but they just had 2 kills. And the entire time we saw them play the edge of not even the play zone, they were playing the edge of the blue zone the entire time.
Is it the pressure? Are they, kind of crumbling down to the pressure, or is it just too much? Or maybe we can just say that the meta has sort of changed and they've kind of failed to adapt. Being the old guard, sometimes we stick to our own customs, or our own traditions. Maybe they could not really meld into the entire change because a lot of players have gone so much aggressive, and we see a lot of good fights happening here and there. A lot of good grenading, reliance of the players, and nowadays, if you ask me how the things have shaped across, so a lot of teams have resorted to all those grenade usage, all those vehicular manslaughters that we get to see, those vehicle explosions, and yes, this has been a constant, use your 4 vehicles. And now we can see Johnny is a favorite player, blah blah blah, from Salty. He's using a bike, he's just cruising around, he's done with his loot, he just has to go inside a good compound and just hold on. But then again, I'm kind of scared about this particular team. But right now, TDP's Lazy is hammering down all those bullets onto its entry just to make sure he did not connect any shots.
Yeah, I mean, the player is just going to get away. And if you are shooting at entry, you better be careful, because at any given moment, the lad can turn around and come in your direction. And he's not scared to aggress alone. We know that about him, because he trusts his teammate. The rotations from that squad have been super, super fast. And whenever they are sure about aggressing, they definitely give it 100%. I think the only thing right now that's going to put the squad of Gods Reborn at a disadvantage is going to be the fact that they lost one player early in this game. And that is the only thing that's going to turn down some aggression from the side. But one team that's stepping back up, it's going to be 7Cs as they take a fight against the players of Angry Springs.
Absolutely. Gole being on the receiving end over there. And we just have to see Angry Springs and 7Cs. Well, 7Cs is in a definitely good position compared to the players of Angry Springs. And they have a potential chance to make it to the finals. But for that, they have to get those chicken dinners coming in. And we know in PUBG Mobile, they are always going to be winners and they are always the people, you can call them losers, but I'll call them, they are always going to be learners, because every single time you lose, you learn something. And if you make the same mistake the next time around, then that is your mistake. But if you learn from it, and if you improvise that, and the next time you come up, you put in everything, and it really will turn out fruitful for you. It will help you out. But right now, taking a look at how the game is shaping around, we see a lot of teams clustering on the center area of the map, especially on the epicenter.
Yeah, and that means the fun is about to begin at any given second. Now, here it is, KSX versus the players of AGS. LAKEOP is going to be taken down out in the open, and that's why I love these open circles. I mean, people can spot each other out quite easily. You get a lot of fights. You get a lot of kill steals as well. So AGS, one of their lads, was taken down, knocked out. In fact, he wasn't finished off, so they will try and protect him. Lake makes it to the other side somehow with the help of his teammates, and the revive is going to happen shortly. But now the information of where KSX, where these players are, has also been given away to the opponents. So they have to be careful. And if you remember the iconic strat of just blocking out the entrances of these tunnels and just blowing up the vehicles, making sure the players get stuck in there. Oh no, KSX, they fought from the rear as well. Golden stayed behind. What? That was a bad position to be in, and that was a bad position to take the fight, but he still did get 2 knocks. So now the squad of Angry Springs, they are sitting at an advantage, 2 versus 3 situation right now. 3 players inside the tunnel. They step out. Honor, he spots on Celex. He knows the position, but he's going to be taken down as well as the shots from the M4 connect quite beautifully. And now they're going to charge in. It was the AK actually who got the knock from Sanhok, and these lads, they're going to have to be careful as they have in fact cut down the numbers, but there is still going to be 1 player left. Plus, if you notice on the minimap, SOLTISQUAD are closing in.
Absolutely, SOLTISQUAD being in the nearby vicinity over there. But a lot of bad decisions are made by the players from Team Angry Springs, and this is where trigger discipline really comes into play. This is where you need to know when to take a shot. He did manage to get those 2 knocks. Good. But you should have kind of synergized with your players instantly when those 2 knocks were taken. The other players should have come out from the tunnel and would have just gone all in and tried to wipe out the players of Team KSX. But that did not happen, as a result of which their players have been revived yet again. And now Angry Springs find themselves in a really bad position. But talking about good positions, Team PTR, they are looking confident. They are still inside the circle. But this time, the circle has formed around Prison, I believe. And that is going to open up a lot of possibilities. It has been a long time, Johnny, since we last casted Prison Circle.
Yeah, definitely a long time. I think the last one was... I mean, we got close to Prison.
I don't remember last. Yeah,
we got close to there.
Yeah, it was on. We even casted those Lipovka circles, but nothing near the Prison circle.
Yeah, nothing in the actual area. But this time there is going to be the possibility that the final circle does head there, as we do see a lot of fights happening. All right, KSX once again, a third party does come in, but not from the team that we expected. And PWP, they were shooting on the players of KSX. Venom Legends step in from behind and take down one of their players. So quite an interesting turn of events. PWP in a tough situation. 2 players have been knocked down. Now Leon is going to try and connect the spray on the players of Venom Legends who are trying to come in from the top of the mountains. That's going to give them an advantage. And also, this squad has already sandwiched themselves. There's a squad behind them. There's a squad in front of them. They have no escape options. But if they take down the player Shivo from Venom Legends, they can actually finish them. What are you doing, YOLO? I mean, your name is YOLO, but you can't go YOLO this early in the day.
that was I could not really figure out. It was an open knock. He could have easily gone. Look at the players from Venom Legends. They have the perfect high ground. They have the perfect opportunity to pick off those players. But Dalion, no, do not make that mistake. Do not shoot at Team KSX because you are in the center. You of these two teams. You will get sandwiched. And right now, PWP, they did lose out on just one player, but still managed to kind of keep themselves alive for quite some long time. But there you go. I was just wondering as to when we will see that happen, and this does happen. Dalion did take shots at players from KSX, and look at what happened. He got punished, but the kill was taken by the players from Venom Legends.
And as we were talking about third parties, even Venom Legends are getting third party right now. I mean, 7Cs, they step and take down one of the players from the team. It was YOLO, and it is going to be a tough situation for now Venom Legends to be in. We'll have to figure out how do they get out of the spot, because 7Cs coming in from the rear, they can't go towards the center. The players of Abrupt Slayers are going to be waiting over there. Towards the northern part, it is going to be the team that they left behind. Just one player from PWP and the squad of KSX, so they have to be super, super careful. Also, here comes the third airdrop with the Untamed Beast inside it. The Groza, the tact stock is going to be there as well, and the level 3 kit, the vest, the helmet, and the armor.
Yeah, there is an anime called Demon Slayer, and that perfectly describes this weapon. Does not matter even if you consider yourself immortal. Does not matter whoever you are. But if you come in the crosshairs of this weapon in the close range, or say in the mid range, you are gonna be taken down before you even tend to realize something happened. That's such a fast weapon, and if you have a suppressor alongside it, that's just the cherry on top of the cake. But right now, the third airdrop already falling off. DRS, they have gotten themselves 4 kills, but Detron, this player, so promising, taking down the players of Soulz of Bangladesh over there. Dante on the receiving side, but Team PWP, they are charging down on the face of the players of God's Reborn. And there you go, they have been punished. Gentleman does find Chari over there, instantly knocking him off and finishing up right off the bat.
Yeah, now PWP in a tough situation. SK49, the last lad surviving, even he gets picked off. That's going to be an early exit for the squad. PN Crew, a team that was performing really well yesterday when they were taken out. Satan, they lose Alan. Venom Legends did spot out the players of Soulz of BD. But even though the team in front of them was at a disadvantage, even though they had the advantage of the cover and being inside the circle, the pressure was going to be on the players of Soulz of BD. Venom Legends decide to step back, disengage from the fight, and get to a safer position. Look at this. This is chaos. 2 players of God's Reborn. Frankie is there inside one house. Then we have the other players from KSX down there. And then you have this sort of a massive, massive threat that's going to be looming over them from the high ground. So whoever gets spotted out first is definitely going to lose his life. Blah, blah, blah is going to go down to the play zone out of all things.
I mean, that's disheartening, not just only for him, but also for you. You have lost out on your favorite player over there.
Yeah.
But and even Aussie's not playing. So, you know, we are both sad. But let's see which are those individual players that are going to be stepping up today. But right now, players from Team Wolves, they've had a mediocre outing overall in this tournament. In the group stages, they were fantastic with, you know, Newt, 6ix9ine. They've got a lot of potential. You know, it's just experience that will get them further. If they kind of hold on, still creep on the grind, and you know, the next PMCO, I would love to see them back again, and love to see them dominate. I have seen those signs of resurgence from this team, signs of revival when things are stacked against them. But right now, taking a look at how the circle has been faring off, you know, certain areas are in the prison, but then you go back to its lumberjack. But right now, Meraz is dishing out a lot of bullets onto its AJ from DRS and has him knocked over. He needs to heal up right now, and Meraz you know, fighting against 3 players off from the blue zone. Golden will be the one finding him and taking him down with an headshot.
Yeah, it is a quite an intense fight for these lads, but now the pressure is going to be there. AJ falls down to Meraz and the kill is going to be confirmed. But the players of DRS, as we said when the day started, there are a lot of expectations from this lineup. Even Golden gets taken down by the play zone, so it is going to be a tough situation for the team to be in, as just Mafia Ninja and Nima are going to be the two players surviving. SOLTISQUAD with two lads left as well. Gen Z and Sada, they're going to try and find a way inside the circle, but they have to be careful. As the players of 7C, look at this, 7C, they split up into two players inside the zone, two players outside. Gatekeeping, oh, they get spotted out. Sada is going to be taken down by the player Reaper with a DB spray, connecting quite perfectly. That's going to mean Gen Z is going to be the last man surviving, and they know where he is, right behind the stairs of the watchtower. Reaper with a nade, and it looks like it is on the right path. Lands right behind Gen Z. In a couple of seconds, we are going to know if it hits, but no, it bounces to the other side.
I mean, imagine he had just delayed it for 1 second. It was just hit there and instantly exploded, and it would have resulted in a knock. But right now, Genzi from Team Salty, he is trying to hold on to his Frank. They have to get inside the circle. Has the buggy for his disposal. Will be using it to go uphill. Mafia Ninja, in the meanwhile, taking down Sanhok from Team KS and will instantly wipe him up. Steelix goes down as well. KHC2 Team Phantom, Sallu YT, and Team Phantom, they have been silent so far. I guess they are searching for a good position inside the circle, and once they've got it, they are gonna go all in. But Miracle from TDP, he is not gonna stop at nothing. And okay, Heaven did spawn out rules over there, throwing that grenade out, and that was a perfect opportunity he could have really capitalized on. But since he is aware of his enemy positions, one more good grenade can change things around. But right now, the players of DoyenKnightSs are just surviving by the whisker. At Shagar gets into his old form, but no, that was cursed over there. And Devu will be taking down Shagar over there. DoyenKnightSs right now already losing out on two players, and make that 3 because Rules barely surviving on that 20% HP, does not have any kind of healings. YOLO, he is gone YOLO, taking down the Snipe. So now an absolute pandemonium situation has been built across for us. Mafia Ninja taking down the players of Team Phantoms. Let's see how things are gonna fare out in the final circles in the map of Erangel.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be quite an intense situation, because look at this, 21 minutes into the game, and we still have 12 teams. Oh, SOLTISQUAD got it once again, and with one spray, Hungry Box is just going to make sure that they are going to take an exit. Reaper gets his kill, Hungry Box is going to get his, but look at this, Nima with one nade is going to make sure that Phantom are going to be in so much trouble, and by so much trouble, I mean they are going to be out
just
of the game.
The whole squad?
Yeah.
He did that. Oh my goodness. Nima, you beauty. But right now, Nima does not really want to stop. He is not done with that. In a span of like 10 seconds, he's gotten already 5 kills for himself. One more knock coming in over there. But Hassan, he's barely surviving on those slight covers from those light fences over there in the lumberjack area. They have to move in inside the circle. And Team Venom Legends are in a very promising position. A lot of fights have engaged out. Hungry Box managing to take down Dante in the process, has gotten himself quite low, but YOLO will be spotting out Agent 47. Now this is the right time in fact for the players of 7Cs to make that push happen. But if they kind of overstep, then the players from Venom Legends are definitely gonna capitalize. And Agent 47 and Dante, they are looking helpless as they're crawling down to the teammates, hoping for a revival, but that's certainly not going to happen because this is the 6th circle that is closing in. And Agent 47, there you go, he bites the dust, but Reaper will definitely come in time to give a revive onto its Dante.
Yeah, the revive might just happen, but the players on the flanks can move in and finish them off. Look at this, TDP Lazy with a high ground advantage against the players of Age. Angry Springs takes down Joker as well. Heaven, the last man, survives. It's going to be Pop, but Lazy, he has an idea, he has a clear picture of where his opponents are. This is an awkward engagement. TDP, the players are... Shut up! Did he just... What? He just flew through the windshield. That was a dive, man. And as I say that, the player Heaven is going to be finished off. Shagar has been knocked down, and the revive is going to come in, though. That was such a weird interaction. I love this game.
He trampled him over. He ran over him. He was finished off. The knock guy was finished off. But the way Shagar got himself knocked out. But that's the thing about a later discussion, because 7Cs have gotten themselves in some troubled waters as they go on a kerfuffle with the players from Team Soulz of BD. Hassan are really low on his HP, does not have any healing, perhaps has to need assistance from his teammates. But right now, the push is on Dante and Hassan from the right-hand side. They are trying to close in. Reaper, Snipe, barely surviving on a sliver of HP, manages to get that one knock, but will be instantly traded off. And there you go, the trade-offs coming in from both the sides. And with that, oh my goodness, so many clutches happening, and the kill feed is dancing already.
Yeah, the kill feed is definitely going to dance, but who is going to get the chicken dinner fixes? This is so confusing. Most of the teams sitting on the outer edge are so close to each other that if you move, if you get up even, you're going to be spotted out. Look at this. The player from DRS, not even moving, has already been spotted out by the players of Soulz of BD. The shots were fired, but fortunate for him, it did not connect. Also, those shots were fired from one edge of the circle to the other, but Venom Legends, Evil Eye, the nade of the gods, man.
I mean, so many squad wipes. We are missing just from one single grenade. Players falling like dominoes over there. But right now, 6ix9ine from Team Wolves, he is holding on to his angles. He has given up his position, but he needs to make sure that those grenades do actually connect. Newt, this team, it was having a mediocre run throughout, but now they are looking so strong. But Venom Legends, they are gonna stop at nothing. Still 2 players surviving for them. 6 kills in their name, and they've smoked across some areas. They have to get inside the circle, still outside the zone. And YOLO, he has been YOLO so far. He has spotted a few enemies. He knows an approximate location, but he does not know exactly where they are proning. All the players are one with the nature. We just have to see as to this push, is it coming up or not?
Yeah, and one thing, a couple of seconds ago, up until a couple of seconds ago, Wolves and TDP were the only 2 teams sitting at a man advantage. Like, I mean, both the squads have 4 people alive. But now, even they are going to be caught off guard. 6ix9ine with a perfect spray. But he got third party. See, you have to be careful if you take the fight. And how do you not notice the players of Venom Legends from where they are? They're right on top of the players of TDP, but TDP got shot. That has to be unlucky, man.
That definitely has to be unlucky. And you just cannot focus on one single direction. This is where your map awareness comes in. You need to know where your players are. But with that being said, Frag Boy finding out YOLO over there, instantly managing to finish him off. But he was killed by players from Team Wolves. But Shagar will eliminate the enemies, and TDP, they have certainly lived up to their name. And DRS Nima, oh my goodness, he was brutally barbecued over there just to get finished off from those bullets. But Shagar still standing on, still standing tall. Evil Eye, he is prone in, and the enemy is oblivious of the fact. But in the meanwhile, players from Team Wolves are being taken down from the play zone and also from the wrath dealt by the players from TDP. And there you go, Evil Eye pushing all in, and does he get that chicken dinner? Yes, he does.
That's going to be such a weird interaction. I mean, I'm going to wait for the standings. I'm not going to say who got the chicken dinner over there. Fixes is pretty sure of it. But it was such a weird thing because the revive was happening over there, and the players of TDP, they had another lad sitting on the back. So it was a weird situation, but Evil Eye just being patient and waiting for the teams to fight it out. He knew he was in such a position that the teams would not notice him because it was long distance fights from the hills that were being taken. When you ADS, your vision gets shrunken down, and if you are not being careful enough, you will miss the players. Like 6ix9ine missed the players of Venom Legends, and he got taken down when he was taking down the players of TDP.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that last fight, that is where your map awareness comes in. That is where you need to look at the numbers of players that are alive. Team Wolves, they did survive for quite long. They did dish out some damage towards the players of TDP, and that is where Evil Eye, he was just prone in. He did not really care. He did not want to be a part of this fight, but he knew this was the golden chance, because after the revival would have come in, things would have been otherwise. But taking a good advantage of the opportunity, he just pushed in, and that was a perfect push. This is where experience actually matters, and being from INES, playing the Pro League, he certainly has lived up to the name.
I completely agree with that. Experience is something that can change situations for you and teach you how to outsmart your opponents, what you need to do exactly right for what is basically going to be your win condition in a certain situation. And Evil Eye knew if he stood up, if he fired even a single bullet, he would be taken down. And it would be the players of Wolves that actually took him down just because of where they were shooting from, where they were taking the fights from. It was a clear line of sight for them. But TDP just absorbing so much pressure, just shining like a really bright star, just took so much attention on them that no one cared about the players of Venom Legends, which they took a really good advantage of. Also, this time as well, even they got the second position in the very first Erangel yesterday, and today it was a good start for the day. But they need to make sure that today's trend is a little bit different from yesterday, because yesterday after the first game, Venom Legends, they took a pretty hard fall, and today they need to make sure that they're continuously just being really consistent in the matches that they play if they want to be in the top 10 at the end of the fourth game.
I think this has been a problem with all the teams, you know, trying to keep up with the consistency.
Yeah.
A1 Esports, it's a team that was struggling initially, but after that, in the semi-finals, they worked on their mistakes and they knew where they were kind of messing up, and they were consistent so far, and now you see them on top. And PN Crew, this is a team that had played 12 games before this, and they did rise up during those last couple of days when they were playing absolutely out of their mind. And Abhishek, that one player, he was on the top of the kill leaders, I believe, up until yesterday. I do not know if there were any changes made over there, but that's the thing. Consistency is something we have been talking about, we have been harping about for so long.
I mean, PWP as well can be put in the same category, wherein the first 8 games for PWP, they were not good. Let's be honest, they were not good. The second 8 game, not just the second 8, but just the start of the second half of the round robin, they came back, they just smacked everyone across the face and off the map and just are sitting in a really good position. But now it is time to have a look who is going to be the MVP of this game, the individual player who had an outstanding performance. And yes,
no doubt,
it's the man with a lot of experience. It's Evil Eye from Venom Legends. 6 kills, 856 damage, survival time of 25 minutes and 37 seconds, and distance covered 6.96 kilometers. An impressive performance, a really good start for the team. Also, if you noticed the way Venom Legends rotated, playing on the outer side, it always being on the outer side of the circle up until the third circle was formed, and then they moved in. When the interaction with Soulz of BD happened, they backed off from there. It is a really, really passive game style that we are watching from this team.
Yeah, absolutely. I would completely agree with you on that point. But you know what got them the chicken dinner is the question. They were the king of the hill. And the best part is they knew how to hold on to it. Because if you remember, they were in a kerfuffle with the players of 7 Seas and even Soulz of BD when they were on the downhill. And still they held on to that high ground. They had to get inside the circle. They used those vehicles. YOLO and Evil Eye, 2 players were remaining. YOLO was taken out of the equation over there. But Evil Eye, having that high ground advantage, he heard those sound cues coming in, and all he had to do was just rush in and catch the enemies with their pants off. And that is what he did, because the players over there from TDP just went in for a revive. That was a mistake, I would say, because in the final circles, going in for a revive without any smoke, right out in the open, that's a bad call out.
Yeah, and you always talk about smokes as well. In the final circles, you have to use the smokes as bait to make sure that you're pulling the shots on the other direction, not actually on you. And that was something that could have been used by the players of Venom Legends, but even then, they were so close to the player of TDP, the players of TDP, but they were so close to Evil Eye that in that interaction, the moment he stepped back and the moment the sound cues went away, Evil Eye instantly knew, there's a revive happening right now, this is going to be my opportunity, and he went in for the fight. But let us have a look at the top 5 players as well in this match and see the other 4 lads who had an amazing time in the very first match. TDP's Miracle is going to be there, Nema is going to be there, had a wonderful experience with the nades in the match. DRS Mafia Ninja, I think we are pretty much used to seeing him in the top fraggers in every single game, and Shagar from TDP is going to step up.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw 2 squads being wiped out. Just courtesy to those amazing grenades coming in. I would love to take a look at the standings. I want to see how many kills have they got for themselves. So this was a good start to the game. This was a good start to the end of our semi-finals, because now things are starting to get interesting, because as the games are progressing, those teams who are who just are sure of the fact that they are not going to qualify are going to go YOLO, and by means of YOLO you are gonna see some targeting, as I would like to quote. A lot of teams will be targeted over there, a lot of things will be happening. This is PUBG Mobile, and that's what makes the game interesting. I mean, for me, as long as you are not making as long as you're not using any unfair methods or any illegal software, do whatever you can. Ban your enemy, just run over them. You remember that Shagar's moment, right? That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was a weird interaction. I mean, the vehicle did go up front, but from where we were looking, I mean, even you guys would have noticed as well. It looked like his car stopped and he flew out the window. I would love to see that interaction in the game, if that could actually happen. I mean, if you knock the vehicle into something and you flew. The ragdoll mechanic, as it's called in the other
That
games.
was out of a movie. That was straight out of a movie.
It was a movie moment. He was trying to run the players over.
He did run that player over, and that was not even his knock. And he ran over that. He got a kill. Maybe he was just too excited. Maybe just too elated over there to express his emotions. And
it was the fact that he did not see what was in front of him.
No. He forgot to put on the seatbelt. He did that.
Well, put on your seatbelt, guys, and drive carefully. Just keep an eye out for your opponents as well. But I like the coordination that was there from the players of TDP, because the player that was shooting down on the two lads right below him, he pointed out the exact direction to Shagar, and he knew where he had to go. So that level of communication is going to be important. Let's have a look at the standings of this match and see how many points did the players actually get. And say, TDP is the squad with the chicken dinner. Are you disappointed, Fixes, right now?
Well, every single analysis that we made.
See, I was holding out because it was a weird moment in the game, and I mean, it's Erangel, man. Erangel is the new Weekend. Did you forget?
Yes. So right now, guys, just forget the past 15 minutes of analysis that we have done so far. Just remember. Now we have to, kind of re-put the entire scenario. So what really happened was Evil Eye was the last surviving member, and he realized there were the players being knocked out, and he just went in, and in the right nick of time, the last player from TDP did manage to, come back up. He shot him down, and that was a chicken dinner. But taking a look at the bottom half of the standings from this particular game, we have Angry Springs on the bottom. B and crew off to a very shabby start.
Yeah, it is going to be a shaky start for them. But I think the good thing for PN Crew is going to be the fact that they already have a lot of points. So not going to be too worried about them. Even with the 1 point, they are still going to be in a really good position as far as the overall standings are concerned. But once again, leaderboard is going to be really, really important for the team that got the chicken dinner in this match. That's going to be TDP, Trust D Process, sitting in the third chart right now. And with this match, I think they will move forward in the second chart, but where exactly? Is it going to be outside of the top 10, or is it going to be inside? I think it's probably going to be outside of the top 10. They need another really good performance to make sure that they're getting inside the top 10. And when they play their matches coming forward after that, that's when they will be securing those points to just safeguard the position. It's going to be really hard because they have to be super consistent, but the next match could actually help them out, as it is going to be played on the map of Sanhok, but that is going to happen after a very short break. So you guys stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back.
looks good, but to me, you're clearly the best. Don't touch me. That was close. Don't worry, I've got your back. Ready to rock. Go on, do your thing. Clearly, you are the best. Oppo Reno 4.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the PUBG Mobile Club Open Fall Split 2020 South Asian region, which is sponsored by Oppo Reno 4. And right now, we are gonna head into the rainforest of Sanhok. But before that, let me have the pleasure to introduce a new caster today, and that's gonna be Shadow Gaming. And Shadow, welcome to the show. And yes, you have come up. You have a lot of experience casting all those custom scrimmages that we've been having. So tell us, what are you expecting out of the teams that will be playing today? You've been watching the match from the sidelines. You watched how me and Johnny made a fool out of ourselves with with the analysis that we did. But right now, let's first segue into the game and see as to where the flight path trajectory is. And Shadow, take it over.
Let's see the plane path trajectory. I can already see it's favoring the eastern side of the map, and it's going from Camp Charlie towards Mongai. But it's a 4x4 map, small map. I don't think teams are going to have much trouble going towards their drop location. They can easily glide over to Hathin as well and Camp Alpha as well. They can even loot away in the smaller compounds as well. As we know, Sanhok has got maximum loot.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know, teams do come, teams have performed and everything. But, you know, before that, let's kind of continue our conversation. How are you feeling right now? You know, casting the PMCO, casting all these teams. You know the grind. You have done the grind. So what do you think about where the circle is going to be? Just share your experience.
Thank you so much for the lovely welcome, first of all, Fixes. And I'm super excited and nervous as well.
It's okay.
And like you said about the grind, I know how hard these underdog teams grind because I have been casting them, I have been watching them, practicing in the scrims day and night, like a tier 1 team as well. Tier 2 teams, underdog teams are always grinding, performing in the scrims as well. And right now they have already are at a platform like a PMCO. And if you talk about the zone has already been made. It is favoring little towards the Mongai. A boot camp like a hot drop is already there in the zone. I think teams are going to be a little happy about the zone, but teams like who are going towards Camp Alpha, they might want to have a little early rotations.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, early rotations are very instrumental in Sanhok. But right now, a lot of teams have kind of dropped off, you know, away from their squads. I've always been not a really big fan of, you know, having those isolate drops from your teammates in Sanhok, because, you know, all those fights that happen, they are in those close range. You need your teammates, because if it were Erangel, if it were Miramar, maybe, you know, that could have been a viable strategy. But in maps like Sanhok, imagine, are you so far from his teammates? Someone from DRS, let's say Nima, he's had a good game in the last one, and he just goes in, charges onto it, Ayush finishes him off. He's just got off guard with all his teammates way off. So do you think this strategy is a good one, you know, having those isolated drops, or do you think do you have some other opinions regarding it?
I don't think that's a nice strategy, especially in a map like Sanhok where you always need to be on alert. It's a small map, and it's going to be aggressive. There are obviously number of teams are also more, map size is limited. You have to make early rotations as well. You always need a backup and a cover in a map like Sanhok. You can't be isolated. If you're isolated, you will get a third party or you will easily get sprayed down.
Yeah, absolutely. But right now, taking a look at how the teams have taken their drops, the circle, we have seen this kind of ending around the barn area. And time and again, I have told that you've got those hill compounds just beside barn where you can really capitalize. So this game can potentially be a very good outing for the players, and from especially God's Reborn. They are kind of struggling right now. You know, they are just on the edge. A few couple of good games can make them qualify for the finals, but a few game if they continue their run from their first game, they are definitely gonna fall.
Yes, most definitely. They are going to be under pressure as well because they have only got 3 matches in their hands. They have to perform. They have got no other option over here. They have to perform to qualify for the finale round. As I can see in Painan, team number 14, that is KS squad, is already looting away and there is no other team over here to contest them. So for now, this team is safe. They can easily loot away, gather maximum healings and the maximum armor and the guns and everything. They need to right now focus on the loot right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Painan is a area, which is usually taken off by those champion teams, BTR loving this place, but they kind of gave it up to RRQ. And in the World League, we saw a lot of, fights being taken off between RRQ and Synergy up until a point where Synergy drove them out from Painan. And that was for all those good reasons. And RRQ did place up well in the overall standings. But right now, God's Reborn, this squad entry, he has been such a phenomenal player, and having Husky joining them so late, I would definitely criticize this decision. I know this girl personally and she's a phenomenal player, a very good assaulter. If they had her in their arsenal, they should have used her way off from the start. But with that being said, we can see the players from Team God's Reborn trying to make a rotation inside. They are already on the center of the circle. But in Sanhok, I always believe that you need to move in covers, and the most important part, you need to know when to shoot.
Exactly, you need to know when to shoot because there is a possibility the opponent enemy team is having a flank and you can get easily spotted and backstepped as well. And if you talk about Husky, I've seen her grind in the scrims. I've seen this girl do 1v4 clutches, 1v3 clutches single-handedly, and like you said, she has got the potential and I think she's going to perform amazing again over here. And if you talk about the airdrop, the God Gun, Groza, close range beast gun and 7.62 ammo, 8x scope, level 3 gears and a level 3 backpack. Let's see which team is going to aim for this Groza because close range, it's almost impossible to beat this gun.
Yeah, absolutely. In those close range combats that we have, you really cannot compete that weapon. But right now, taking a look at how the teams are rotating out, Team Phantom, they are kind of on the edge as well, but they are in a better position. They just have to be consistent. But right now, Demon Killer taking down one player over there, but he's got his eyes elsewhere as well. So, Vcash from Team Salty will be definitely meeting his maker as he has been eliminated. But right now, Demon Killer still does not want to stop. He has, kind of gotten that inner demon within him that wants to burst out. And this might be the game for our Team PN crew.
Yes, definitely. But Team PN crew needs to be a little careful over here because if we see on the uphill on the other side, we have Team GR as well. They might get third party or a long range shot can be taken on them if a proper flank comes from Team GR. So they need to take this fight very carefully with team number 24. That is our SOLTISQUAD. But they have managed to gain 1 kill and DY Soulz OP is charging into team number 11. He's blindly rushing over there in a situation of 1v4. This could be a mistake or this could be a clutch. But I think this could be a mistake. But he manages to take down 1 knock and that perfect grenade coming from team 11 takes down team number 16. One player, that is Soulz OP, has been knocked out over and Divu is also getting some damage from team 11. I think team 16 might be in a little trouble right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, Angry Springs, they are in a very bad situation, losing out on 2 of their players. But Disconnect from DoyenKnightSs goes on to finish off Shanul over there. But look at the HP that he has, barely surviving. Just those 5 bandages in his disposal over there. Gole, he is trying to rotate out. He knows that he wants to take the fight, but no. Demon Killer will be coming from the far off fray, but Disconnect will secure that kill for himself. Lake being the last man surviving for Team Angry Springs. Divu going in for the revive. Disconnect has to get those bandages for himself. And Hassan from the nearby vicinity. Again, another third parties. 4 teams fighting with each other. This is Sanhok, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly. Sanhok, a map where you're always going to get third party. But I want to appreciate Disconnect over here. The way he managed to take this fight. But Lecky OP is going to take down 1 more knock. He knocks out Divu and I think he wants to confirm his kill as well. But there is a 1v2 situation. And team number 20, SOB squad is also charging in, doing the third party. I think team 16 and team 11 needs to be a little careful. But I think Laku OP is going for a grenade, and a grenade is coming from team number 16 as well, but there is no damage done from either side.
Yeah, absolutely no damage done, but Reaper will be throwing that grenade to finish off Disconnect. Rules are barely surviving. Like we said, just has those bandages over there, has to heal up, but Lucky and DoyenKnightSs, they've had a very, very bad start. And, you know, right now, the players from Soulz of BD know that they can get those two squad wipes marching in down the lines, and those grenades already being cooked up. Any single moment they can push in to those compounds, and they will find two different fishes over there who are struggling to breathe as the march is in. The push has come in. Hydra spraying down from the backlines through the smoke. Hydra is gonna stop at nothing over there, and Lucky still holding on to his angles, but gave away his position, as a result of which Hydra is gonna make that push. Is it gonna connect? He is pushing with his whole squad. Dante finishes off Lucky, but there is still Rules over there who is barely surviving. AJ being taken down by Evil Eye, but Dante will also be on the receiving end. Shuvo, oh my goodness, Venom Legends, this is absolute chaos. What is happening in Sanhok, Shadow? I mean, what is going wrong? Everyone wants to take down each other. It's a massacre.
Yes, definitely. It is a massacre, and usually in tournaments we never see teams going for the aggro mode, but Sanhok, I think it's going for the fight. There are action-packed game going on pretty early in the fight, which at least I didn't anticipate, and I think Plus also didn't anticipate. But if we talk about team number 11, that is ASG. Last match also they had an early exit, and this match also they are having an early exit. I think this is going to cost them something in the points table if they want to qualify for the finale round. They are not looking good at all.
Yeah, they are certainly not looking good at all right now. But, you know, talking about Soulz of BD, they've gotten themselves 3 kills. They've adjusted themselves. They are doing so well. And, you know, if they keep this momentum running, a lot of things can happen. A lot of good things can happen for this particular squad. But Team Satan, the players from Team Satan, they are doing decent as of now. Evil Eye from Venom Legends, the last game, they were so phenomenal. But right now, again, in a pickle over here. Already losing out on 2 of their players. Evil Eye, he has to do something magical today.
Yes, definitely. He'll have to do something magical. And if we look at the positioning of the DRS player, they're rushing in from 2 sides, and I think Ninja will take down. They have already taken down Evil Eye. There is a last man standing from Team Venom's Legend, and I think team number 18, DRS squad, is going to take him down as well. They are going to go for this 1 point as well. Here comes a Molotov, but I don't think this Molotov is going to much damage. But it's a solo player, and a perfect Molotov. I'm sorry, I was wrong. This was a perfect Molotov.
Eat back your words. It was barbecue in the rainforest. I mean, there cannot be a better reference than this. But Mafia Ninja, he is definitely gonna pick up this loot. But right now, do you think Dalion is going for DRS? What are your opinions?
PW Dalian is definitely going to third party over there. Not third party. The team has already been wiped out. He is going to definitely go for those 2 kill points. He knows there are 2 plus over there, and he's making perfect use of those frag grenades. He don't want to expose himself as of early now. If you look at his teammate, that is 49. He's just patiently waiting for a teammate from team number opponent enemy to come out in the open, and his teammate is heavily fragging over there. And on the other side, ASL Joker will finish off SOB Dante. SOB, which was performing a well-coordinated game, well-coordinated charge in and push. They are down to 3-man now.
Yes, absolutely. They are finding themselves in troubled waters right now. But Hydra, he's taken a couple of damage, but he will manage to take down Joker, the danger man from Abrupt Slayers. And we know what he can do when he gets that MK14, but certainly not in this game around, as he's been taken down on that outpost. A very good position. You get some good info, but once your position is revealed, then if you get knocked, if those grenades come in, you are basically done. So now for the team, for their teammates of Abrupt Slayers to go in for the revive, that's going to be a very tough task.
Yes, exactly. This is exactly what we're talking about in the initial, in the starting of the map, that in a map like Sanhok, you can't afford to be split out from your team, and Joker was exactly doing that. He was very split out from his teammate, and I think they are going to go for the revival as well. As I can already see, his teammate is rushing towards him. He might going to give a revive, but a perfect grenade from SOB will let them earn a kill, as well as 1 more knock from team number 15.
Yeah, we will have to see as to how things are gonna fare out right now. The 3rd airdrop being dropped off. M249, a very, very loud weapon in this small map. And, well, they did go for the, revival over there. Some signs of camaraderie between the brothers, the understanding. They do realize how important Joker is for the team because he has been fragging on all fronts. He has been the player that has stood out for Abrupt Slayers and, utilizing a lot of smokes out there. So this can go either ways. Sanhok, you've cast a lot of games over there. We get so much less utility, so much less smokes being used. So now that they've committed, they have to make sure that this really matters.
Yes, they have to make sure that this really matters. And if you look at the mini-map over here, teams are kind of centered around in the center of the map. I think that most of the teams are going for a safer path, for a passive gameplay, because they want to hold on to their positions for as long as possible. They want to gain the maximum position points as well. But if you look at Team Saturn, I can see team number 14, that is KSquad, in a very close vicinity to them. I think a proper frags coming in, they might be able to get 1 or 2 knocks over there.
Yeah, we will have to see. Right now, KSX, they've been on the receiving end most of the times. They've had their good days, but it's been mostly bad for them. But right now, the competition has been so much cutthroat because you just have 10 slots to qualify for the PMCO Finals, where all those 6 teams, including, INES, one of those teams from Bangladesh, that's absolutely aggressive. We have Elementrix, we have Team Hype, we have a Team Giant Mara, who impressed us with their performances so far. But, with all those new bloods coming in, with all those new grit, all those new players who are striving day and night to, perform, to be the best, not just from their region, but in the world. So this is, do or die for a lot of teams. But Dalion, using that Car 98, taking down blah, blah, blah from Salty. That Sanhok, in Sanhok, bolt action. What are your opinions about that?
We rarely see the players using bolt action in a map like Sanhok because the map size is also small, and mostly in Sanhok players go for an AR. I see mostly players using an AR spray down the players because there is a constant action going on over there. There is no time to peek and take that bolt action shot over there because you will get easily sprayed down from one side or the other. But I already see a player using a bolt action. Maybe he's a bolt action lover over there.
Yeah, certainly. Some people love their bolt actions, like, my fellow caster XP, he can never get over any single bolt action. He would prefer to have 2 of them in their loadout. Does not really care about that. But Rules OP, I believe his position has been compromised as all the players of Soulz of BD are gonna charge on him. Right now, Hydra being the one leading the charge over here. Rules trying to jump in and giving out all those sound cues. Hassan, oh my goodness, he has spotted him, but the shots are not connecting. Rules did come out in the open, but the first shot being a headshot over there will lead into his demise, and with that, DoyenKnights are eliminated from this game.
And yes, Team SOB has again managed to earn 1 more kill. And if you look at the gameplay of Team SOB, just look at how they rush in. Even though they knew there is a solo player, they didn't take him lightly. I think this team always goes for a coordinated push or charge in. Like we could see all the 3 players were charging and pushing in directly to the player. They were not going solo, because if you go solo, you will get picked off. There might be possibility a solo player will clutch you down, but Team SOB is looking good as of now, and Joker has been revived luckily, but Team 15 is still very spread out, very split out.
Yeah, certainly. They are spread out right now. But, this thing can go around 2 ways. Because if you are spread out, if you have a lot of vision in front of you, but, on the con side, if you get knocked, it's going to be a very tough time going in for the revive, especially with this zone shrinking and all the teams being in nearby proximities. But now the players from Soulz of Bangladesh, they've gotten themselves 4 kills, however, have lost out on one of their players. But still nothing much really to scoff at right now. Eyes will definitely be on the players of PN Crew. Demon Killer has kind of, gotten his inner demon into the fray today. He is in for a prowl. He needs that first position. They've had a shabby first game, but I really hope they come strong after this.
And just look at the patience level of our team number 14, that is KS squad and as well as Saturn squad, because Zone is also PUBG Gods. Zone is also favoring them and they are holding on to their position. I think they can get maximum position points out of this zone because Zone is favoring them, and they are also not engaging in the fight as well. Just look at their patience level.
Let's just, leave aside the patience level. The curveball from the circle, the way it has shifted around, so many teams are going to rotate. And now, if Soulz of BD won, they are going to get a lot of kills. But they have to be very careful.
Yes, they definitely have to be very careful. They can gatekeep many squads who are going to come into the zone from the northern side of the plane path. But on the other hand, TDP manages to take down one player from team number 24. And SOLTISQUAD, Sada has also been knocked out. 2 players are down from team SOLTISQUAD. Last solo player, blah, 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 Salty is left. He'll have to do a clutch. Let's see if he's able to manages that, because I can already see team TDP Plus are going to charge in towards them. And on the other hand, GR squad is also rushing towards the zone.
Yeah, certainly right now being, oh my goodness, that grenade coming in from blah blah blah, taking down Sugar, finishing him off even before he does realize. But Fragboy living up to his name over there. Name, just call that same. Does deploy that grenade out over, and Leon will be taking down Nima in the process. Blah blah blah, being the last man survivor of his team, knows that the entire squad of TDP, the 3 players, are gonna march in any time, dropping those pre-nades over here, trying to stop that push from coming in. But you know, for both these teams, they are in troubled waters. They have to get inside the circle, and a lot of teams are camping over there. But oh my goodness, Fragboy did spot out blah blah blah, but the grenade will do the damage. I do not think he's gonna get that revive.
Yes, he'll get a revive right now, but perfect grenade came. But before that, before he could finish off that knock, converted into a kill, he got eliminated. But nice grenade from his side. On the other hand, team number 13, if we talk about, that is PWP. PWP has also performed really well if we talk about in this whole series. They are also looking good. They want to also gain maximum kill points and the position points as well. On the other hand, team ALS7 is going to take down one more kill from team number 12, that is GR squad.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, things have started getting very, very intense. And Team Satan, they are in the epicenter of the circle right now. Reaper will be taking down Ironic over there. Team Wolves, a team that performed really well in the first game, getting themselves a good position over there. And Clutch has managed to spot down Husky, will take him down before getting traded off by 6-9 over here. And now the fight has broken off between Team God's Reborn. And this is looking really, really troublesome for God's Reborn, as one of their players has been taken down and now going in for the revive. That's going to be a tough task, because finishes are definitely coming in. Husky has been finished off, but Clutch being taken down by Hassan from the far off fray. Now Soulz OF BD, they are actually, like you mentioned, are gatekeeping and not letting any of the squads come in. But oh my goodness, that curveball going down to the quarry areas. Now things are going to entirely change.
Yes, most definitely things are going to entirely change, because I can already see in the quarry area there are not much compound, there are ridges and open field area. So teams need to be a little careful over there, and I can already see teams players are finishing off because of the play zone in Sanhok. If you don't make early rotations, you are definitely going to get finished off by the play zone, and SOB Reaper has been counter knocked over here by PMCO.
Oh my goodness, a lot of third parties like we mentioned, and 6-9, oh my goodness, maintaining that spray even outside the circle, does still have that only one first aid, but can he put it up in the right nick of time? That is a question over here. Can he, even if it does, can he get inside the circle safely? That's an even tougher task. But right now, Hungry Box managing to find off Fry Pan will be taking him down over here. Right now, 6-9 holding on to those bandages, using them, but I don't think that's gonna be enough.
Yes, let's see that if that's going to be enough. And if we talk about Team Saturn, also they are going to also trying to pin down players from Team KS. There are 2 players remaining from KS squad, and I can already see Team Saturn being third party. Saturn Zord has already gotten so much damage over here. He need to gain some HP really fast, and just in his adjacent compound, I can already see Team KS players and Saturn Ellen walking in open. You can get easily knocked out, and he has been knocked out by Team KS Psyonox.
And there you go, Hydra still outside the circle, taking so much damage, but would want to finish off his kill, but could not do so. Legend still surviving, but right now the fight is on between TPN Crew and KS. Sanox has been knocked, Steelix on the backlines. Can he do something over there? Team Satan will also be joining the fray as well. A lot of grenades are being thrown out over from the players. Psycho getting into cover, will throw another grenade out. There are a lot of players, and this place has absolutely been chaotic. Players are taking down each other, and there you go. Ayush will get that kill onto with Sanox, but Zord will be the one who gets the kill on Steelix, as a result of which the squads have been eliminated. Team Phantom, they have not got a single kill for themselves, but Season having spotted out Frankie, but Frankie will be the one who will be taking down Season as the fights are going on, as all the teams have to get inside the circle.
And Saturn is not stopping moving over here. They are going to go for those kills. Just look at the chaos over there. 4 squads over there in the same compound, and Team Saturn is going for those kills. They are pinning down players from Team PN. There is a last player standing from that team, and he's going to manage and take down one more player, but he will be finished off by team number 23. That is Team Saturn.
Yeah, Team Satan, they are going aggressive, but Team PWP, I love their positioning. They are on the edge of a different area where they all have to do is just look ahead, and that is exactly what they are doing. Trying to kill Chari. This player is taking down a lot of men down over there. Frankie, he has the Uzi. He has to get inside the circle. He has to make sure he makes himself available over there. But Daleon being on a very good off angle over there, spotting down the players, taking them down. But 7C's night. OP, he knows there are a few players, does take that spray and does connect, and with that we have just our 3 teams surviving.
Yes, just 3 teams are left over there, and I can see Team 7Cs again performing very good like they did yesterday over there, and there are back-to-back grenades and frags going on from Team 7Cs. Let's see if they will be able to eliminate one more squad over there, and I can already see a player sneaking around just in front of him.
Yeah, and right now, Daleon, like you just mentioned, is going on towards Aruz, but I believe he has heard him. Instantly, a second rotation coming in out there, and a good improv. But can he hold on to the push over there? No, he does not. But with that, 7Cs getting themselves that amazing winner chicken dinner. What a beautiful performance. What an intense action.
Yes, definitely a very intense action-packed game over here, and Team 7Cs, they were performing really well yesterday as well, and again today I can see them performing really well and managing that winner chicken dinner, and I think they are going to get a little better in the position tables. Next 2 maps, I think they are going to aim for that chicken dinner or at least a second position with maximum kill points.
Absolutely, that can be over there. And yesterday we saw them taking those 2 chicken dinners. Today they have also, in the second game, they've gotten themselves another one. And now we can certainly conclude that this team thrives under pressure. This team thrives under chaos. And, well, they have had to cross the 7Cs literally to be here where they are in the points table. Definitely after a couple of seconds we will be heading on towards the MVP, but before that, all the viewers that are watching, we had Shadow being casting for us for the first time, and my oh my, even I was surprised with the way she got in. And it's always new for the first casters having the first game, coming into the studio and kind of tend to get nervous, but the way you stepped up, with the way you kept up, commendable. Hats off to you. And can we have some Shadow OP in the chat over there, all you ladies and gentlemen? But with that, let's get back to what Sanhok was. So it was a central circle coming down towards the areas of Quarry, and I love the way the circle threw those golf balls. So we did see fights happening right from the get-go. But what are your opinions? What did you take from this game?
I would like to talk about one team, that is Team SOB. They could have managed to get way more kills which they had right now, because they were at a perfect position to take down the teams which were trying to enter into the zone from the northern side, but somehow they made the mistake of not giving priority to the zone themselves, because of which they got eliminated at an early position.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a very good point. What happens is when you are on the edges, you tend to try to camp out all those, try to dish out all those teams that are coming from the blue zone. But in that same process, in the map of Sanhok, you tend to give away your own position. Now a team like, say, PWP, they were in a good position. They knew all the enemies were right in front of them. They just held on. While the players from Team Soulz of BD pushed in, a lot of other teams had already made their way inside the circle. And now it went kind of against Soulz of BD. But yeah, this match we got to see a lot out of them. They went in for those third parties, and it was a perfect game of Sanhok, I must say.
Yes, perfect game of Sanhok. Like in Sanhok, we always expect some aggression, some aggressive gameplay. That is exactly was there. Some chaos is obviously expected in Sanhok, and that was also there when the 3-4 teams were fighting away in the same compound. Grenades were going on there, and Team Saturn, I think, played very well in that particular particular situation.
Absolutely. And talking about Team Satan, we had Frankie over there. There were few of those teams. There were, I think, KS over there. There was another team, and they were fighting amongst each other. Even DoyenKnightSs rules. He survived for so long, despite just being beside Soulz of BD. So a lot of moments that we did not really anticipated happened. A lot of third parties this time around, because overall what we have seen, me and Johnny, when we cast, or if it's me and Phoenix, we usually see Sanhok fights kind of tend to happen right through the get-go. All the teams, not a lot of third parties were visible, but today a lot of teams were going after each other. They knew that today is do or die. Either you get those points or you go home.
Exactly. Teams know they have got only 3 matches in their hand. They are going to, for the teams which are not in the top 10 position right now, they are definitely going to for the position points and the kill points as well. And exactly that is exactly what we saw right now. The teams who were in the bottom 10 position, they were going for the aggro mode. They wanted kills and the position both.
Yeah, absolutely. The teams that have nothing to lose, they are definitely gonna go all in. They are gonna go fully aggressive. They are gonna pick out the squads that are the weakest. Does not matter if you are on top. Let's talk about Team Phantom, alright? So when I saw Team Phantom, they have been silent so far. Somewhere they are crumbling down to the pressure. This happens in the final games when you're on the edge and you cannot do much. But right now, we will talk about that in just a matter of seconds. But let's take a look at the MVP of this particular game, and that is Hassan. No doubts over there. 4 kills, 417 damage, 21 minutes of survival time. A very good game from Soulz of BD, to be honest.
Yes, that was a very good game. If they're just given priority to the zone, I've made early rotation, I think they would have gotten more position points as well, which was a slight mistake, but I think it's a part of learning. You definitely do some mistakes and learn from them. So I think Team SOB is going to perform really well in the next match as well. I'm hoping for that.
Absolutely. Like I said, they are never losers. They are always learners. You have to learn from your mistakes. And, well, they might have gotten it the better way, but this was a hard way for them. But still, Soulz of BD, they really kept up. But, talking about the Team 7Cs, they were not visible much. They came in the final circle. They were taking those fights. But we had our eyes on different fights happening over. And it was so difficult, all the fights happening at the same time. I really must see the scoreboard. I want to check out how many kills did they end up on. And right now, let's take a look at the top 5 players that are going to join Hassan. And it's SK49. No doubts over there. 3 kills, 304 damage. Our Ruse as well. 3 kills for himself. 303 damage for him. Frankie, like I mentioned, those grenades coming into perfection, those Uzi sprays. But, in the last, he was kind of caught off guard with his pants off, and he could not do much.
But still, he has managed to come in the top 5. I think
Doesn't matter. He has the kills.
He has the kills. He is in the top 5, I think, his squad, and he's going to be very happy about it. But we'll have to definitely see how much position points and in the points table at what position that this team is there. Because at the end of the day, it's not you being in the top 5, it's you being in the top 15 to qualify for the finale.
Yes, not just top 15. You've come in here now. So I'll again explain you for all the viewers. Only the top 10 teams are from the semi-finals, because we have 6 teams already who have played the PMPL. They've got a slot in the PMCO finals. So now all these teams, all these Goliaths of their particular region are waiting out. They are watching keenly as to which are the teams that they have to focus on. Because that's a mentality of a champion. That's how you prepare. You need to know your weakness on your strength and strengths of your opponents as well as yourself. So now, as all these teams are driving it out, today we will be knowing who are those teams that are going to be joining those 16 teams. And to be honest, Shadow, a lot of things have happened. A lot of roster shuffles have happened. You are aware with this. You have been casting so much, the customs. You know how teams tend to, change their teams over there. Players do tend to change their teams. But right now, let's segue into the match standings as to see how things are fed out. And 7C Esports being on the top of all the action. 7 kills and 20 points from the placement points, summarizing it to 27 points out there. PWP Esports did have a good circle, but Leon kind of was alone over there. So 7C Esports having a lot of kills, but you know, Soulz of BD, look at them, 8 kills for themselves. And if you take a look at the kill chart, it was kind of equally divided. It was not just that one team that had the lead.
Exactly, and if you're talking about the kills, I think Soulz of BD have got the maximum kills right now. The only place they lack is the position points. But if we talk about Abrupt Slayers, they have got the maximum position points, but not that good kill points. It shows that you need a balance. You need to have a balance between the position points and the kill points as well.
Exactly. You know, this is the consistency that we always kind of tend to talk about. But right now, taking a look at the teams that are having a hard time, and it really breaks my heart to see SOLTISQUAD so down below. I mean, this is a team that is so promising. DRS Gaming, well, a shabby performance, but still nothing to scoff about. They still are in the top 10, I believe. But God's REBORN, I must say, you know, this is a team that was so amazing. That was so amazing. They gave us those moments. Entry, one of their players, their highlighted players, I absolutely love. And then Husky joined it, and the aggression kind of became tenfolds. But after that, you know, they've been struggling over there. Now let's see how teams have fared off in the leaderboard. From after the first game and the second game of today's evening, we still have A1 Esports on top, but PN Crew, my oh my, they are definitely catching up.
Yes, they are definitely catching up, and just 2 more matches. If they are able to finish in the top 10, not 10, but if top 8 as well, they are definitely going towards the finale round. And 7C Esports, they have upgraded, and they are at the 3rd position with an amazing 177 points, and there is a difference of just 1 point between them and PN Crew as well.
Yeah, definitely. This is gonna be a cutthroat competition, because now we just have 2 more games remaining. After this, we'll be having Miramar, and then we'll be closing off with Erangel. But this still gives a chance for these 2 teams to, you know, take the first spot. But right now, taking a look at the page where we really want to see all these teams over there. So now the 10th position is held on by Abrupt Slayers. They have 138 points, and Venom Legends 132, followed by Trusty Process 122. So a few good games from these teams can change things around. But Team Phantom, they are kind of struggling. But all these teams, DoyenKnight, oh my goodness, they've started off so well. They've got players from Elementrix, but could not really convert it. And so the same goes for God's REBORN.
Exactly, you need to perform, you have to perform. It's a do and die situation, and the teams who have not been able to manage to get into the top 10, they have got to struggle very much now.
Yeah, they are definitely gonna struggle very much, but this was the end of Sanhok, and we will be heading out for a short little break, after which the action in Miramar will follow.
he looks good, but to me, you're clearly the best. Don't touch me. That was close. Don't worry, I've got your back. Ready to rock. Go on, do your thing. Clearly, you are the best. Oppo Reno 4.
Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2020 Fall Split South Asia Region Semi-Finals. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Shadow, and now it's going to be time for match number 3 to begin. And when I say begin, I mean it has already started, and the trajectory of the plane is in front of us. It starts from the western side of Ladriel and goes all the way towards Campo Militar.
Yes, definitely. And a map like Miramar, no matter what is the plane path, some teams are definitely going to struggle to reach their drop location. And right now, the teams which have their drop location as Impala, Puerto, they are going to have little trouble. They are going to make use of those vehicles. But vehicles are always risky in Miramar.
Yeah, vehicles are always going to be risky. I mean, the distances that you have to travel from to get from one compound to the other one, or to go from one priority location inside the server to be inside the circle, you can get caught out. That is one thing that happens quite often in this matchup, wherein rotations are cut off quite easily by your opponent. So you have to be really careful and decide from where you're going to rotate. We have seen get punished for that, as well as a few days ago, one team, they went for a super long rotation when the circle was towards the junkyard area, and they decided they were going to take the southernmost part of the map, just follow along the lines, the outlines of the map, and they were just taken out by the Blue Zone. But this time we do see a really beautiful spread of teams just going everywhere, especially towards the southeastern side of the map. 3 teams have decided to go extreme north, but the circle is just gonna stick towards El Pozo.
Yes, so circle is definitely going to stick towards the western side, and the teams who are aiming for Campo Militar or Torre Hemuda, they will have to do an early rotations. But I can already see team Salty in a very close vicinity to another squads as well, and there are already some kills and knocks coming in the favor of team Salty. We'll have to see which team has got which player has got eliminated. I think a player from GR has got eliminated over there, and yes, no, GR has gained a kill. I'm really sorry for that. GR has gained a kill in their favor.
Yeah, the kill is going to be important. I mean, for Gods Reborn, we were talking about the aggression that the team has brought up with the addition of the new players and how they have sort of showcased at what level they can play. But the first game was not good for them. Second game, it was a decent one. They are going to try and get the chicken dinner in this one so that they can at least secure a lot of points and secure the position in the top 10, move on to the finals, and from there on out, look to go in towards the PMPL Season 2. We've always seen one thing from Gods Reborn, and I was just going to talk about this. The drop location does clash, sort of. Well, they do land quite close to the other teams, and there has been a tendency in the past of these players to get caught off guard. But Entry, being the incredible person, being the incredible scout for his team that he is, just goes out, spots out the players of SOLTISQUAD, and falls right back.
And yes, if we talk about scouting in a map like Miramar, the most important role I feel is of the flanker. He is able to get maximum information out of the map of the opponent teams as well. And plus, on the other hand, if a proper flank is done, they can definitely bring down the opponent team on their knees by taking 1 or 2 knocks over there. And GR Husky is going to be in a little trouble here because I can see 2+ in front of him, and she will get knocked out. But there is a knock coming in from Team Salty as well.
Yeah, I mean, the knock is going to be traded out, but Husky getting the knock. Husky getting knocked out. Entry is going to be taken down by Vcash. That amazing spray with the M4 in the early stages. Gods Reborn, they are going to be in a tough situation now. Gentlemen, you do see him on the back lines. He's going to try and provide his teammate with some cover, but Gen Z and Sada, they are going for the flanks on both the sides, the left and the right. So Gods Reborn, they're going to be in a really tough situation. And the other 2 players, I mean, they have to back off now if they try and go for this fight, if they try and save their team. teammates. Even the 2 players are going to be taken out. And I think that's what they are going for as they step back. They are going to fall out of the circle, but they are going to, they will have to try and go for the wide rotation. Hey, the Golden Marauder is going to be seen in the action as well in the hands of the players from SOLTISQUAD.
Yes, definitely. Golden Mirador, everybody's favorite. And like you said, they will have to make rotation out of the zone. Since it's the first zone, they can definitely make the rotations outside of the zone if they are able to go towards a safer path. Because taking this fight, I don't think they were in a position that they could take this 2v4 fight with Team Salty. Team Salty definitely had an upper hand over there.
Yeah, I mean, the upper hand is going to be towards the lads, and especially teams like Satan. I mean, they're going to have such a good advantage in this game for a long time, sitting on El Pozo right now. Well, uncontested. There was no one else who went there. When the teams start coming in towards Satan, though, that's when the trouble is going to begin. But they will already have the compounds. And in Miramar, you do see your opponents when they come towards your direction from quite a long distance. And as we do talk about the meta on this map as well, it's about the assault rifles with the 6Xs, especially the M4 and the DMRs. So with those sort of weapons and with those sort of scopes, you will be able to spot those players out and take them down before they even get to you. But one thing that can happen is look at how many teams are surrounding that city of El Pozo, Crater Fields as well. You have TTP, you have Phantoms, you have DoyenKnights on the south and DRS as well. So once these teams start to close in Satan, they can't possibly, it's impossible for them to take all those fights at the same time and stop all these teams from coming in. They are going to be overwhelmed, and if they do not decide at which point they need to back off and protect themselves, the squad can be wiped out in an instant. Another interesting thing, look at the drop, or not the drop, the location of the players from 7 Seas. They are quite far apart from each other, especially Aruz. He's all the way almost at water treatment while his teammates are still at El Hazar.
Yes, his teammates are still at El Hazar. He has been very split out from his team, and that might punish them. This could be a mistake. He might want to reunite with his team, or maybe he's just looking for a vehicle. That time will tell. But on the other hand, if you look at Team GR as well, they are also in a very close vicinity to one more squad. And team number 19, that is Venom Legend. They had first game very good. They landed at second position. But last match, they had an early exit. So this game, if I'm not wrong, they are going to aim for a better performance so that they can qualify for the finals.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. They want to qualify for the finals. And me and Fixes were talking about this a couple of seconds ago before the match started, that at this point, the teams are being really aggressive and they are taking those fights that they're not supposed to, because now it's not about getting in. Now it's about teams getting kicked out. And that is such a high-pressure situation to be in. But another high-pressure situation right now in front of us is going to be for AJ from this team of DRS, as he does spot out the players of PWP, 2 players. In fact, he did see the vehicle come in. But they have to be aware of the backstab. AJ, he has SK49 and Dalion in front of him. The nade is being cooked, but he takes one to the face. He's not going to get knocked down. He survives with barely any HP on him. That's going to force him on the back foot. He's going to have to fall back and heal up. And that sort of gives the advantage to the players of PWP, where they can re-strategize, and the information is going to be communicated to their teammates as to how they can flank, what position is going to be available. But SOLTISQUAD, they lose out on Vcash in an early engagement to the players of God's Reborn. And once again, God's Reborn not surviving with that many players. It's just 2 lads that are remaining in this game.
Yes, and if we talk about the team formation, team number 13 PW had an amazing team formation initially, but if we look at them right now, they're in a 2v1v1 split, which could be a problem for this team, because team number 18 plus are sticking around. They are taking this fight. And on the other hand, GR Gentlemen, team number 24, Team Salty is rushing towards them. Let's see if they'll be able to hold on to this. It's a 2v3 fight for them. They are outnumbered, but we'll have to see. But Team Salty plus are also low on HP as well.
Yeah, they are low on HP, but they have the numbers advantage to their favor. WindyGodX, look at this. He has already been taken down really low with the nades coming in from Vcash. And I guess he is angry right now about how he was knocked down a couple of seconds earlier. How many nades does this guy have? He is not stopping at all. All right. Finally, I think he's out of nades, because he is switching over to the Molotov. But it's a little bit too late as the players are going to rush down. And as that happens, one of the lads from God's Reborn is going to be taken down. Gentleman has been wiped out. WindyGodX is the last man surviving, and SOLTISQUAD just rush in his face and finish him off. In the meanwhile, all the other things that are happening in this map, Dalion has been taken down. PWP sit at a massive disadvantage in this fight against DRS.
Yes, PWP had a good formation, had an advantage, but the split which they had landed them in a back foot situation right now, and now they are down to 2 men, and I can already see they don't have a much cover over there, and there are coming out in M16 single tap shots, but this team needs to be a little careful from the team number 16 as well. That is DoyenKnightSs, which is also in a very close vicinity to them.
Yeah, they have to be careful indeed about getting third-partied from the other distances, because, I mean, it is easy to spot you out once you're on the high ground, but here is the M249, the extended quick draw mag for the snipers, and the airdrop was being looted by the players of SOLTISQUAD. I mean, they've already gotten 2 kills for themselves and are going to get another advantage against the players, against their opponents in the future situations if they are in a close range fight. Because this map, it's all about the long distance shots that you can connect, the sprays, the DMR shots, the bolt action shots. M249, you will hardly get to use it.
Maybe in the last zone of the circle, they might be able to use it, but as of now, they will have to go for the long range sprays and those DMRs and bolt actions, so that M249 might not come handy right now over there. But on the other hand, DRS has already pinned down team number 13 plus, that is PWP plus. In that shack, they are going to have a very big trouble over here to move out of here to the safe position, safe location, because DRS is not letting them go from here.
Yeah, I mean, DRS is just putting so much pressure on these lads, and even DRS, they don't have an incentive to get out of here, because both the teams are inside the circle right now. They can just stay as long as they want, or as long as the circle does not get away from them. And it's going to be a while before that happens, so they can just stay here, try and pick off the 2 players that they have spotted out. But I think it is time that they rush in, because they know the 2 players are there. They're isolated out in the open. They don't have any escape routes. DRS, they can be a little bit more proactive in that situation and go for the finishes. 1 guy or 2 people just stay behind, give the ADS, just pull on, pile up more pressure on the lads, while the other 2 charge in, close up the distance, and take the close range fights. That way, they should be able to get the finish on the players of PWP and finish them and kick them out of this matchup. But the circle does take a shift towards the northern side, and it's going to be centered around the crater fields area. We did get to see this in the earlier stages, and these are the situations that arise from in that area, wherein you do have these massive peaks on those mountains, and the king of the hill battle arises between a lot of teams.
Yes, definitely. Miramar is all about those Everest, those hills and those mountains. And I can already see blah from Team Salty is holding on to that one of those hills. But opposite to him, I can already see team number 16, that is a DoyenKnightSs as well. On the other hand, Wolves team is getting engaged in fight with Team 7Cs. Team 7Cs is rushing towards them. Last match, they had the chicken dinner. This match, I think they want to get some kill points as well in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, definitely want those kill points coming in to increase the advantage they have on the teams below them. But KSX, they look in some trouble as they come in contact with the players of P and Crew. One of the lads has been knocked down, that was Meheraz, but this fight between 7Cs and Wolves 10 is going to be quite interesting as well. Alright, KSX, they retaliate. They take down a few players from their opponents as well, and they finish them off, in fact.
Yes, they definitely finish them off. And if you look at the formation of these 2 teams, they are holding on to that same compound over there. They are making use of frags, and let's just see. P and Crew is there. They are putting pressure on team number 14 KSSquad's player, which are down to 2 men over there, and team number 22 PN is looking good in that fight.
Yeah, they are looking really good. I mean, they have reduced the numbers from a 3 versus 2 to 2 versus 2 situation, and they have the ridges in their favor. Oh, that was going to be so intense. Newt on the extreme edge of the compound. Oh, Demon Killer, he gets Ifty as well. The kills are going to be secured one after the other, and that's going to mean that Steelix is going to be the last man standing for the squad of KSX. He's going to be spotted out in the open by Sandesh. He moves away. You have to readjust your aim, buddy. And now they finally do it. Demon Killer is the lad who actually got the shots in and got the finish on Steelix. Aruz with a nade on towards the players of Wolves is going to try and get a knock. Is going to try and finish them off. But ironic. Oh, this man is so lucky. He is standing in between the Molotovs, and he has managed to find somehow the perfect pixels to avoid the damage.
Yes, he is definitely very lucky. But on the other hand, TP and Crew Sandesh seems to be very happy right now. He has managed to get 4 kills in his favor, but they're down to 2 men. They need to be a little careful, and they have to enter into the zone as well. But Team Wolves is pushing towards Team 7Cs, and Newt wants to get some kills in his favor, and I can already see Hungry Box down to barely 1 HP over there.
Yeah, I mean, the player is going to be taken down. Smoke, he does get the knock, even though he himself is just surviving with barely any HP. Ruse on the other side. What was that clutch? The perfect headshot coming in for him. Just might have pulled the fight in his team's favor. Gets another knock. Oh my god, our clutch is going on fire along with his teammate Newt. And Hungrybox is going to be the last left standing. They are trying to take this fight. Team 7C, not in a good position. Hungrybox, the last player left standing. All of them have been knocked out. Snipe has in fact been finished as well. Hungrybox, he heals up. It is a 1 versus 2 situation right now as 6ix9ine has been knocked out. Clutch involves Newt versus Hungrybox. Newt takes so much damage from the spray coming in from Hungrybox as he was trying to get out of the apartment, get out of the house on the other side. And now they're going to go for the flanks. This is going to be a really difficult situation. Hungrybox, he's just going to secure the kill of 6ix9ine if he sees him. But no, he's trying to take the fight with Newt, who's on the outer side. Now, the sandwich is going to come in on Hungrybox, takes the damage, and he is going to be taken out as well. 7C, this fight was supposed to go in their favor, but it is this man who secured all the kills. You see in the kill feed as well. Clutch, just clutching out the entire moment and making sure that his team of Wolves Den survive and move forward in this game.
Oh my god, what just happened? Team 7Cs, which managed to get some points, kill points and the position points in the last match, was taking an early exit. An amazing clutch coming from the clutch. He's living up to his name over there. And if we talk about Team TDP, I can already see a team in a very close vicinity to them. That is Team PT Squad. There is a possibility the two teams might decide to lock horns with each other. And if we look at the kill feed, SOB Dante is going to take 1 knock from an enemy team.
Yeah, I mean, the knock is going to be there, but is that going to be enough to get an opening for these lads, for them to charge in and get the finishes? Otherwise, if you delay too much, you do get the revive happening on the opponents, and you never want that, because otherwise the opponents might be pissed. They might just charge it towards you. Team Phantom, we do see Rafat right now just scouting out the players of TDP who are holding on to their compounds quite strongly. It is your teammate, buddy, firing the shots. You don't have to prone down. You can just keep going.
I think this team is trying to have a better formation over here. They're trying to build a spider's web so that they can pin down team number 17 plus in that compound. But we'll have to see if they'll be able to manage that, because I can already see them getting backstabbed by Team Seton over there.
Yeah, I mean, you have to keep all those things in mind as well. Lemmy, we do see him right now trying to blow up the vehicle. I guess they did spot out a couple of other lads on the back. It might have been the players of Satan who were closing in from the rear as well. Or the players of Abrupt Slayers. Even they are all coming in from the western side. But now, this is the king of the hill situation. You can take the high ground, but you have to be careful as well. You're going to be spotted out in the open, and you can be taken down. But if you use the advantage correctly, you will be able to put up so much pressure. If you use the information that you're getting from being on the height advantage against your opponents correctly, you will be able to put so much pressure on them that you will deny them any sort of movement. Like, look at this, Soulz of BD. They have basically been pinned down to that one compound. Frypan is just going to make sure that Vcash Salty is going to be blown up. Vcash from SOLTISQUAD being taken out this early on in the game. I mean, his team, they are going to be sitting at a man disadvantage as well moving forward.
Yes, they are definitely at a man disadvantage because they are down to only one solo player, that is Blah Blah Salty. It's a whole responsibility. And if you just look at Team SOB as well, team number 18, that is DRS squad, is rushing towards them. But Dante, very nice cover fire over there. He's managed to take one player down from Team DRS, and one more player goes down from DRS. I think Dante is also going for a clutch over there because last man is standing from DRS. He manages to get one more knock, 3 knocks back to back. Dante has done over there. There is a last man standing from team number 18 as well.
Yeah, I mean, just last man standing. So those situations are pretty risky, and especially if you all were the team. I mean, DRS was the team that was who were the aggressors, and the team with the man advantage as well when they were charging it. But Mafia Ninja with the nade is going to secure all the kills from Soulz of BD. DRS, the shots are coming in their direction as well, but Golds and AJ, they do step behind the cover and are going to be safe until their teammate Mafia Ninja comes in for the revive. So you see those shots come in. Mafia Ninja somehow manages to avoid getting knocked out. DRS, Dima is going to be picked up by Frypan, and I guess that's going to be the third party that's going to come in their direction. Blah, blah, blah. My favorite player from SOLTISQUAD, the last man surviving as well, has been pincered down by the players of Satan, and the Molotovs are going to be there to make sure that they can try and flush him out of the corner, out in the open, and go for the finish. Psycho, Alan, and Frankie. 3 versus 1 situation for blah, blah, blah. Even the players from Venom Legends are coming in from the rear.
Yes, we can already see Team Venom Legends are trying to trying to go that uphill. They can easily spot out Team Saturn players and team number 24, that is SOLTISQUAD's blah blah blah, and they can definitely do a third party over there and manage to get some kills in their favor as well. But as of now, Saturn Psycho wants that one solo kill, and his teammate Frankie does the job over here, and Team Salty takes an exit at the 10th position over here.
Yeah, an exit on the 10th position. That's not going to be something that the team is going to be happy about. With SOLTISQUAD this time in this fall split, there's the one thing that I think I've noticed, and it is the one thing that SOLTISQUAD is the reason for SOLTISQUAD to be that low in the standing. It's the inconsistency, and I'm not talking about the fact that they are just not performing. I am talking about the fact that in one game they are going to get 11 kills, 13 kills, 15 kills for themselves, and the next game they are just going to be dead last in the standing. So that level of inconsistency is not good for anyone. You have to at least make sure that somehow, I mean, Ocean used to say this, if you are getting that at least one chicken dinner, make sure you are at least finishing in the top 7 with 2 to 3 kills. Get some points. 1 point is not going to help you out. And as we say about getting points, P and Crew with the 2 players, they step up, take the fight against Venom Legends. One man has been knocked down. The vehicle is going to be blown up, but they have to be careful as well. Demon Killer and Sandesh, they can be caught up in between of this crossfire. They have spotted out all the players of Venom Legends because the ADSs are being given in the direction of all 4 players. Datron is going to be spotted out in the open. The shots come in from Demon Killer, but only some of them connect. Not enough damage to get a knock.
Yes, not enough damage to get that knock. And on the other hand, TDP Fragboy is trying to get one knock from Team number 15 as well, and he manages to get that. But he is just at the 10 HP right now. He needs to heal up really fast because I can already see players from Team number 15 rushing towards them. But no, the team manages to knock them down and makes the Team 15, that is ASL squad, exit at the 7th position. And if we talk about inconsistency, in today's matches, I can see that from Team Venom Legends as well, as Evil Eye has been knocked out by Team PN Crew player as well, and Team PN Crew is managing to get one more knock from Team Venom Legends.
Yeah, another knock is going to come in, and these 2 players from PN Crew, they are showcasing what this team can do. In fact, I mean, they already have a really good standing, but look at that, the kill feed, DRS taking the players of Team Phantom, and that is going to be an interesting fight. Frypan, he's really low, he's being charged upon, spots out Mafia Ninja, spotted his Z, but the shots are not going to come in. He does not have enough health. Nima is going to heal up right behind this ridge, and Frypan is going to try and take this fight. He has 13 bullets in that AK. That's not going to be enough to take down the players that are charging in his direction. Mafia Ninja with a nade. Nima in the close range. They are just putting so much pressure on this lad. Mafia Ninja, you have to charge in, you have to charge in. And now Frypan, he has been printed down. They spot him out, but the nade being thrown by Frypan. He gets 2 knocks. Frypan is going to take down AJ and Nima, but from the rear, he gets taken down as well as Mafia Ninja's nade does connect on him. Now, the reason he's staying close to the players, close to his opponents, is to give his team information as to where he is. That's why they finish him off. But the finish is going to be taken away by the players of TDP. So the third party is going to come in DRS. They have to be careful. And the opponents, PT, that's Phantom Esports, they have to be careful. As Rafa climbs up the ridge. Bad decision made. Why did he not heal up first? And he is going to be taken down. Phantom Esports take an exit from this game. DRS, 2 players remaining, and they are in trouble because you do see TDP already in the circle, and they would definitely try and gatekeep them and keep them out of the good position.
But here I want to appreciate Mafia Ninja because he has managed to save his team not just once but twice, and second time with a clutch incoming. And PN Crew is trying to put some pressure over here on team that is at the lower ground in the compound.
Yeah, I mean, for Mafia Ninja, I just have to say, that's how the Mafia works, baby. And it is quite important because Mafia Ninja, he has been in the top of the kill leaderboards. He has been performing really well as far as every single game is concerned. He has been really consistent a player for the squad. The only thing that DRS has a downside with is going to be the fact with what you just saw. They are always too aggressive. I mean, in no situation you do see 4 players charging an overridge to take a fight that aggressively. And they do get punished for that. I mean, Mafia Ninja has been taken down. That leaves just 1 player, AJ. He is the only lad left standing right now. And I don't think he's going to survive for long since they were out of the position. And there they go. AJ is going to be picked up by TDP. Your position has been revealed. TDP, they are on the top of the hill right now. The only squad that can actually take them out is going to be Satan.
Yes, we'll have to see that because Satan definitely has a height advantage over there, and for TDP to get this knocks from the height, I think that is going to be a very difficult task over there, and TDP can get easily eliminated if Team Saturn players just peek in.
Yeah, I mean, if they peek in, they can try and go for the situation and turn it into the advantage. But that's the thing. If you can see your opponents, they are going to be able to see you as well. And we have sort of noticed if you give away too much information, which in this scenario wherein there are just 3 teams remaining, 11 players alive, people are going to be shooting at each other. And you can always expect someone's crosshair to be in the position that you're going to be. So you have to be super, super careful. Like, look at that. Frankie's rotation was so risky, and there comes the punish right now.
Yes, there comes a punish as team number 11 Esport manages to knock him down and will confirm him as well and gain 1 more kill in his favor. On the other hand, TDP is also putting some pressure on team number 3, that is Team Saturn. Team Saturn had a good position, but they couldn't capitalize on that, and right now they are at a very disadvantaged situation.
I mean, it is a disadvantaged situation, but it is not going to be one that can force them to an exit. They can still try and fight this one out. Satan, we have seen them do it again and again, especially when the qualification slot lies on the fact that they need it. Also, TDP, they are doing really well in this matchup. They have 6 kills, all 4 players alive, so the only team that can put them out of this game is going to be Angry Springs, the team on the low ground right now. TDP, they have to make sure that they get this chicken dinner for themselves, and Fragboy is going to try and help his team out as he is going to finish off one of the players from Angry Springs. That's going to be Gole. Lakhe OP is going to fall down to a nade as well. Even Angry Springs are cut down to just 2 players.
And just look at the zone. PUBG gods are also helping TDP Plus over there because zone is completely in their favor. But just look at the position of team number 23, that is Team Saturn's player. He can easily backstab TDP Plus. And here is coming a Molotov. This Molotov can do a lot of damage from team number 11 players. And here comes a spray as well. After a Molotov, a spray is coming and he manages to knock 1 player from team 11. There is a last man standing from that team, and I think Team Saturn might want to finish the job.
Yeah, I mean, they might want to finish the job as well, and they are going to try it and go for that as Frankie, he knows the position. Alan is also in a good position to take them out. They have a good crossfire already set up to go for the finish on the players of Angry Springs. The only thing... Oh, I was going to say TDP is the thing that's stopping them, but I guess I'm wrong. They do get the finish on AGS, and now it's going to be the 2 players of Satan against the 4 players of Trust D Process.
Yes, definitely. It's a 2v4 situation. Team Saturn is definitely outnumbered, but they have got that M249, but the players get knocked. There's a last man standing from Team Saturn. It's a 1v4 situation, and I think a chicken dinner is coming for TDP again. Yeah. And TDP winner, chicken dinner.
I mean, the second chicken dinner of the day for Trust D Process, and we did talk about this. They needed to get at least 2 to make sure that they are going to have a fighting chance to be in the top 10. They have gotten the 2 chicken dinners. They still have 1 game left. If they can perform really, really well in that, and by really well, I mean if they can somehow manage to finish in the top 4 with at least 3 to 4 kills, they are going to pretty much secure their spot going into the finals. And an amazing performance for this team. But once again, the inconsistency lies in the fact that during the early stages of the semi-finals, they were not able to perform. When we go into the finals, that's just going to be 2 days with 12 games, 6 games every single day.
Yeah, 6 games every single time. And if we talk about inconsistency as well, one more team which has been inconsistent in today's game is Venom Legends.
Yeah.
Like first match, they performed really good. Second match, not that good. And this match also, they are not finishing at the very good position. So I think this team is also not that consistent.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. And this is the same thing that the team did yesterday as well. First game, I mean, it was exactly like this if I think about it, because first game they finished second, and the rest of the games they were missing at all. Let's have a look at the MVP for this match and see which one player was pretty like really impressive, and it is Mafia Ninja. As I said, I think if I was Mafia Ninja, after every time I finish the opponent, I would just go on all chat and say that's how the Mafia works.
I have to appreciate this guy because he not only just once, twice he is able to manage, revive his teammates. They were about to get eliminated. He was the last guy standing from his team, and he goes for that clutch as well, eliminates his enemy as well. And I think this guy has done a commendable job, and 7 kills. Kudos to him.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to Mafia Ninja. And as we were talking about DRS as well when they got eliminated, as I said, the team is really aggressive. And when I say really aggressive, I mean to the point wherein at certain points they are over-aggressive. They should not take the fight, but they still go for them. Even Fixes pointed this out back in the group stages. And even, like, back then he said, like, this team needs to go for the controlled aggression. Otherwise, they are going to get punished really hard in certain situations. And that is what we see. They do get a lot of kill points for themselves, but just lacking the chicken dinners and lacking the high place finishes consistently, but they make up for it in certain games in which they actually do perform really well. Let's have a look at the top 5 players as well and see who all are going to be joining our MVP.
Our MVP, definitely, I knew this. Mafia Ninja is going to be there. He is at the top position in the top 5 plus if we talk about. He is at the top position with a total of 7 kills and 2 headshots among that and 845 damage. At the second position, we have TDP Frag Boy with 5 kills, 2 headshots and 867 damage. He has managed to get more damage than Mafia Ninja over here.
Yeah, more damage than Mafia Ninja, and so has Sandesh from PN Crew. 865 damage but 3 kills. Talking about the other 2 players, Satan Frankie on the 5th position, 3 kills, a decent amount, damage also pretty good. Wolf's Clutch just securing every single ounce of damage, just making sure that his damage was converted into kills as well. And when we look at stats like this, wherein you have 3 kills, 865 damage, it's the fact that damage does not earn you points. You have to make sure that if you are dishing out the damage, if you are getting the knocks, you are confirming those kills as well, because points come from kills and position, not the damage you give out.
Yes, definitely. I totally agree to that. It doesn't matter if you're even short on damage but high on kill points.
Yeah.
That will definitely land you in a better spot.
Yeah, and time to look at the match summary as well and see how many spokes or nades were used in this matchup and how many kills were secured. So 58 kills being secured out of the 62 knocks, 20 headshots, whereas on Miramar, I mean, it is okay. You are using those high-powered scopes and those high-powered DMRs and those bolt actions, but smokes and nades, for the situation in which the circles were heading, I think 200 is a little bit too high, but I like more utility. There is no such thing as overusage of utility.
There is no such thing as overusage of utilities. I totally agree to that. In fact, right now, teams always favor for the use of utilities.
Yeah, I mean, and it is a good thing. You have to lay down those smokes to isolate your position and focus on one fight. We have seen that being used really well in certain situations in the matches in the past. This time, the nades were the thing that were most important to get those knocks and to get those kills confirmed for you guys. I think how many nades did was the player from 7Cs throwing towards the players towards his opponent in the front of the house? I think I counted 5 over there, and there were a couple of more coming from his teammates, but they did not get the knock with those.
And he had few Molotovs as well with him.
Yeah, so we know who the support player is on the team now, finally. And moving forward, we will have a look at the standings for this game as well and see how many points did the teams actually get. Trust you process. So the first game also, they got 30 points. This one as well, 60 points in 3 games.
And Saturn is at the second position over here with a total of 7 kill points, 14 placement points. That makes it a total of 21 points. DRS Gaming is at the third position with a total of 17 points. Angry Springs at the fourth position with a total of 14 points.
Yeah, quite an interesting set of standings. SOLTISQUAD did really well considering they had an early outing. 7 kills coming in, 9 points in total. But moving forward in the second half of the standing, I want to see which are the teams that had a bad finish in this one. Soulz of BD and PWP Esports. I want to say that Soulz of BD finishing that low is a surprise, but the way they've performed in the semi-finals, that it makes it really hard for me to say that. Group stages, they were amazing, but semi-finals, I don't know what happened to this team. They've been consistently finishing at the bottom of the standings.
Yes, I also had high expectations from this squad, but because of, let's just say, it's just not their day.
Yeah.
It's just not their day because this team has got the caliber. They have been performing really well in the other matches, but still they have got one more match left in their hands.
Yeah, and the team of 7C, you get 1 chicken dinner in the previous game and the next one you take an early exit. That's not how things are supposed to work. Have to be consistent. Have to make sure that if you are going to try and finish in the top 4 in the finals, and if you want to move to the PMPL Season 2, you have to be consistent in every single game. Let us have a look at the kill leaders as they stand now before we have a look at the leaderboard and see where the teams are going to be, as AFSEC is going to be leading the charge for PN Crew, and the kill leaders 38 kills confirmed, quite far ahead of Steel Shot from A1 Esports. And PN Crew, they are playing matches today as well, so he's going to have the opportunity to go even further ahead. Also the damage 7391.
That's a very high damage. If you look at the player at the second position, that is A1ES Steel Shot. He has managed to get 30 kills and a damage of 5278. And if you look at the other players, they have got 26 kills from TRS Gaming with a total damage of 4879.
Yeah, I mean, an impressive performance coming in from these top 5 players, but we have 5 more, so we're going to have a look at the next set of players sitting on the 6th to 10th position. We have Kuni from RisingNepal, we have Hungry Box from 7C as well, Venom Legends, Evil Eye, Mafia Ninja, there he is on the 9th position, 23 kills confirmed. Rivals Trigger, the last man to make it into the kill leaderboard, sitting on the 10th position right now. And with the kill leaders being done, I think now it is going to be time to have a look at the leaderboard, the overall standings for the teams in the semi-finals, and see how things are before we head into the final match of the semi-finals that's going to be played on Erangel. And that leaderboard is going to, I think teams are already under a lot of pressure knowing that it's just one game left. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen. You do see a lot of teams who have one game left making it into the top 8, and there it is on the 8th position, Trust D Process.
Yes, Trust D Process has managed to come in the top 8 over there, and A1 Esports is leading with a very good points, that is 191, but PN Crew, there is a tie. They are also at 191 points. I think PN Crew can even tabletop. There is still one more match left.
Yeah, I mean, if they just have to join the lobby and they can be eliminated on the very first position and then be on the first position. So A1 Esports definitely will be finishing on the first point of the table after the last match. 7C Esports, the question is going to be, where are they going to be? Are they going to push A1 Esports on the 3rd spot? Moving forward right now, things look really interesting, as look at that. Abrupt Slayers on the 10th, 142 points. Satan on the 11th, 142 points as well. Rivals X, their matches are completed. 16 matches played, sitting on the 9th position right now. So that is going to be one team that's going to hope that all the teams below them just take an early exit and do not perform really, really well.
Yes, there is definitely a neck-to-neck competition over there. And if we talk about Kira Peace Flow, they are at a 17th position with 109 points. God's Reborn is at the 18th position as well. For Archangels has also come down to 19th position. And Soulz of BD as well has come down to 20th position. All these teams, all these 10 teams, they have to fight really hard. There is a very slim chance of them qualifying for the next round. But let's see what happens.
I mean, they're going to have to go for 20 kills and the chicken dinner if they want to qualify. DoyenKnightSs is not going to make it. That's a spoiler. They are not making it at all at looking at how many points they have right now. But the other teams with 109 points to their name, they still have the opportunity to get in there and try and secure that 10th position, that final slot that's going to be given away to the team that makes it to the finals. Top 10, once again, top 10 move to the finals. 6 have been invited. And before we head into the last match that's going to be played on Erangel, we're going to take a very short break. So you guys stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
To me, you're clearly the best. Don't touch me. That was close. Don't worry, I've got your back. Ready to rock. Go on, do your thing. Clearly, you are the best. Oppo Reno 4.
Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2020 Fall Split South Asia Region Semi Finals. Today it's the last day of the semi finals and the very last game is about to start at any moment, and this event is sponsored by the Oppo Reno 4. My name is Warren Super Johnny John. Joining me on the desk once again, it's gonna be Fixes.
Thank you so much, Johnny. I was watching that action hold itself out in Miramar. It went till the end, but TDP did find themselves on top.
Yeah, they did find themselves on top, but now it is time for the very last game to start on Erangel, and the trajectory is in front of us. Starts from Primorsk and goes all the way towards Milta Power. So this is a southern trajectory.
The last game of the semi-finals that we know of, and today the teams that will be qualifying for the finals will be finally decided, and things can still change in the last game around. 10 teams have to qualify, but right now we know what happens in the final games of Erangel in the South Asian region. We have been privy to that, all those matches over there. But talking about the flight path trajectory, this is a very, very bad trajectory for all these teams. They have to go all the way up north. And Johnny, I would definitely not be surprised to see a few initial vehicle knocks.
Yeah, but you know what happens when the trajectory is on the south. We do get to see those rotation fights happening, and that is going to be an interesting thing. I hope that happens right now, especially for the teams that are going to look to head towards the Georgopol city or the containers area. But so far, we only see the squad of 7C. They are heading towards Pochinki, and if they could take control of the city quite early on, this can get really, really interesting. PWP Esports heading towards Katkar right now will have an easy time. But 3 squads on the military island, and the circle is going to be on the southern side as well. So now the teams are not going to go up north. I think there's going to be just one team heading towards Yasnaya Poliana. One team might just take control of Georgopol city, go loot and come back, but no one is going to go further than that.
I mean, what a perfect ending to this entire semi-finals, because a lot of teams, we know this is going to be their final hoorah. A lot of teams are going to take the exit, and like we mentioned, they are going to learn a lot of things. But right now, the way the circle is shaping up, this can go either ways. We've seen a lot of curveballs. What the initial expressions we get from seeing the circle, we tend to feel that it might go down south. But, we've got those moments when in the last moment it goes all the way up north, and a lot of teams get caught up in the kerfuffle over there. And right now, a lot of teams have also, modified their drop location. Since this is the final game, we will be seeing a lot of actions right from the get-go. And talking about actions, we already have one villain who is knocked out, Soulz of BD. Reaper will be taking him down. Now DoyenKnightSs are reduced to just 3 men. Can they survive? That is the question. Can they turn the cards around? Can they get into their favor?
Yeah, I mean, they are going to want to turn the situation in their favor, but it's going to be a tough one right now. The last time it was the players of TDP, but TDP challenging DoyenKnightSs, they came in from another location. This time, it is going to be that early engagement that is going to put the pressure on the squad of DoyenKnightSs. And with one villain, with one of the most experienced players on the lineup being taken out, it is going to be a tricky fight for them to deal with. The players are split apart. Reaper is just gonna be the thing keeping 2 players away, and alright, entry. He stuck his car.
Yeah. Imagine it was those final circles and the car got stuck, and this would have been pretty much donezo for Team Gods Reborn. But well, with the way they've been playing so far, they've had their rough times, they've had their good times, but it's a team game. You cannot rely on just that one player.
Yeah.
But right now, getting back into the action, we have Hassan going in for that all-in push. He knows there is someone in this particular compound, but Rules will be taking down Hydra in the process with that wonderful grenade.
Yeah, I mean, the nade was pretty incredible, hitting Hydra in the face and getting the knock. Oh, Rules is going to be spotted out by Hassan, and the AK damage is just going to be too much. In an instant, DoyenKnights, they are in a really bad situation, and Hassan is just going to punch his opponent to death. Rules is going to be taken out in the situation. DoyenKnights, just 2 players remaining. They are in an exposed position, but they have got a knock as well. Disconnect, he has the SMG. The opponents are in the kitchen. He runs to the first floor, and he takes some damage, but Divu comes from the other side and they take down 2 of their opponents at the same time. The health advantage lies in the side of Soulz OF BD, but DoyenKnights, they have the crossfire set up. 1 player being knocked down. The trade is going to come in immediately. Divu needs to focus on the door. The door is going to be blown up, but no! Hassan, he gets taken down. DoyenKnights, this should not have been their fight. Soulz OF BD should have gotten the 4 kills over here, but DoyenKnights, see, this is where the experience matters. This is where players learn how to outplay their opponents.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, what we really thought that could have gone against DoyenKnights, they turned the cards in the favor. Oh my goodness. Oh, Husky's also on the frame.
Yeah, out in the open. How did your teammates not tell you where this player was?
What?
But she still comes out on top. She gets the knock. What is going on in this game? Hey. Last Erangel. Last Erangel. Yeah.
All those guys who are watching the stream, spam it in your charts. Last game of Erangel. We have always seen some really bizarre things happening out there, and there you go. Husky not being scared at all, holding on, dropping down low and taking the enemy down. But Salty's Sada will be taking 1 player from Team Wolves, but Vikash is on all cylinders right now, taking down Bolly Hang over there. But SK49, now Team PWP wants to make that push happen. Salty did take a few knocks over there, but kind of eventually got taken down. But still, right now, he is not out of the fray. He is not out of the question. He is still bleeding if their teammates come in time. And, we have seen situation turn around, and PWP, they are going aggressive. They want the blood. They are hungry right now. So let's see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we're going to see what is going to happen in this situation. A lot of teams taking early fights in this one. And quite an interesting scenario over here as 3 teams come in contact with each other. So this is going to be a love triangle between PWP, SOLTISQUAD, and the players of Wolves Den. But Wolves, they step back. Chari is going to get a knock with the nade on Sada, and that is going to put the squad of SOLTISQUAD in some trouble. 7C taking a fight against the squad of Satan, and they take down Frankie from the equation and just make things a little bit easier for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. We just have to see right now players from Team PWP, SK49 having spotted out blah blah, but they take those shots but were in vain. And right now those grenades coming inside the smoke, and that is kind of predictable. That is what we have seen so far. 7 Cs. Oh my goodness. Hungry Box. This has to be the perfect marriage gift for this guy out there. He is gonna get married too soon. Has to be in a wedlock. But apart from that, this is the passion coming in from a player to represent his nation at the highest level. And 7Cs, my oh my, a team that was struggling, and now they are almost back on top. But there you go, the fight still continuing between PWP and Team Salty. Now Team Salty have been reduced to their 2 men. Can Genzi pull off something out of this world? We still know this is the last game of Erangel.
Yeah, this is the last game of Erangel. So craziness is going to be expected. And talking about 7C, I think TWP was in the same boat as them. At one point, we were just doubting whether this team is going to make it or not. But Sugar, along with his new teammates, decided that the answer was going to be yes. And Abrupt Slayers right now facing off against the players of KSAX. As KSAX, they decide to fall off. Steelix is going to be left behind as the players Miramar and Sanhok, they take the vehicle and they are going to go for the great escape. Steelix is going to have to find a way to get out of this fight really fast because the other players players from Abrupt Slayers are closing in on his location. And KSX, they go for a flank eventually on the wider side on the other side of this ridge, and will provide their teammate with some cover, and Steelix used that time. The damage that was dished out on Joker forces him to back off, and Steelix uses the opportunity to get away.
Yeah, certainly. And right now, oh my goodness, the Artnade going from Chori, lob to perfection, will be taking down blah blah blah. This is the higher calling for the players of Team PWP. They have to go in for the push. They've lost down on 2 members as well. And this is the last game. So a lot of teams do not have anything to fear. A lot of teams that are out of the equation will be going all in, will be giving in their all, because they know this is the final game. They never may get to see another game. They may never get to play another game, perhaps. I'm sorry with that. But yes, right now, this is for the PMC only. Next PMC, if they work really hard, if they do their homeworks right, they will be back, and that would be an absolute honor to cast them again. But right now, as things stay still, we have SK49 and Chari still holding on to the compound, and Genzi and blah blah blah. Right now, for Team PWP, they do need an opening. They need to throw that grenade out. They need one more knock and go in for that push. But in the meanwhile, on the silence, Husky has been taken down by Hungry Box, but Entry will come with a trade-off.
Yeah, Entry is going to try and come in with the trade-off. Husky has been knocked down, but their teammates are right next to them. Hungry Box was taken down. And the players from 7Cs, they are on the way. Oh, Aruz, that nade was deadly. And Husky, who was revived a couple of seconds ago, is going to be taken down yet again. Aruz and Entry, two of the best players for their team, just trading things out, trading out shots from each other. And Aruz falls down. That's going to mean that he's going to be finished, and Hungry Box is going to be finished as well. But Snipe and Smoke, they are trying to get a flank going in for themselves. Entry heals up, sitting at a 75% HP right now. God's Reborn in a really, really good position and take down another players of 7C. That's going to be just Smokey standing. He gets finished off. God's Reborn. The pace control in this fight was incredible. They knew the players of 7Cs were going to get aggressive, and they just waited and waited for the players to step into their crosshairs, which the players of 7C actually did, and they were taken out.
That was a shabby ending over there. But still, I believe 7Cs are in a very comfortable position. But right now, the fight that is in our hands right now. Team Venom Legends being pushed over by the players of Angry Springs, and Muffin will be on the receiving end of that spray coming in from the Scar by Detron and Gole. Oh my goodness, this barrage of grenades coming in. Lucky getting that knock onto it. Shubo, though, again. Alright, it's raining grenades over there. This is a red zone, and with that, Team Angry Springs are definitely going in for the push. Gole taking that second knock over there. Shinul trying to hold things out alongside Lucky, but Muffin will be taking down YOLO and Venom Legends. They are history. Just Shu was surviving alongside his final teammate, and he'll be panned out.
Yeah, he's going to be panned out, and can you guess who the final teammate is? It is Evil Eye again. Look at this. Look at the lad.
He is too far off from his team right now. I mean, we certainly have to question this decision making, because he is in a compound. His teammates are in a totally different compound. And now all that Venom Legends have to do is hold on. But in the meanwhile, Rafat taking down one player over there with his Mini 14. Finally getting to see him in action. And I think right now, as the circle is taking a shift, maybe to a down south, oh my goodness, we can witness a bridge camp coming in from a lot of teams.
Yeah, the bridge camps are going to be pretty interesting, but you know what's interesting even further than that? It's going to be the fight that the players of Phantom have somehow managed to get themselves into. They're going to be in a really bad situation, as even Frypan is going to be taken down and finished off. 3 players remaining from this team, and the team that they are fighting is going to be a 3-man squad as well. That's going to be TDP. Jax, they are trying to get into position, but Rafat with a nade is going to knock down. He's going to get knocked out, in fact, with a nade. Salu YT gets taken down. TDP, they are leading and controlling this fight, and with that control, they take down Jax as well. The celebration, air punch is going to come in from Fragboy as he gets the final finish, and the squad of Phantom gets taken out.
All these squads are falling like dominoes over here, but second airdrop comes, And guess what it is? And
yeah, last Erangel. Last Erangel.
And it's dropping right off in the melee base. DBS, all these teams will be wanting to go for the drop, expecting something like a Groza or an MK14 or an M249. And to their surprise, they will find a very, very good shotgun out there. A DBS, a gun that can absolutely annihilate squads after squads if used in the correct hands. And, Johnny, I was having a conversation with our brother Experiment in the Indian region, and he had different opinions about DBS. He says it's not the gun, but it's the person who is behind that gun. And yes, somewhere I completely feel it's true. But right now, this is a moment of truth for Team Angry Springs. They are struggling. Oh my goodness, Larky's vehicle has been taken down. It's flat over here. Now, this is troublesome. Can he get sprayed down?
But even though his vehicle's tires have been blown up, they have managed to create an advantage for them, taking down one of the players from the squad of PN Crew. And you look at this, Muffin charges in. The over-aggression is going to be punished. Too soon, boy, too soon. Demon Killer, that's what he's saying right now. Afsik and Muffin are down. Hornil is going to be taken down as well. Demon Killer, I mean, he should just remove the killer from his name because the man is a demon himself.
Yeah, the man is definitely a demon. A lot of mistakes there being committed by the players of Angry Springs, parking right in front of the players of Team PN. Now Abhishek, the danger man for this team, has been revived. He will be healing up, but is Muffin gonna have the same fate? Is he gonna get panned down? No is the answer, as Ayush will be getting a confirmation onto its Muffin. Entry wiping down Clutch, 6-9 as well. And do we see the whole squads of Wolves being wiped out? Maybe, gentlemen, getting that final finish. And Disconnect has been taken down. In fact, disconnected from the lobby by the players from PN Crew. Season off to a very good start, and now Team PN are making their rotation inside the circle. Just that one squad inside the military base. The C buildings is up for grabs. The observatory tower, the police station. But right now Zod has taken down Legend over there, but Heaven's the grenade will be taking a few knocks out there. Heaven, oh my goodness, he will get the final kill, and Satan has also fallen down.
Yeah, the fall down is going to be there, but an extreme situation for the team. And moving forward to the other things, the circle is again on the military island. That means the teams are going to have to charge in. God's Reborn are going to be questioning their decision to leave the place entirely.
Yeah, they're absolutely. Right now, Shagar has been taken down. Gentlemen, maybe God's Reborn. They are looking so promising. This might just be their last chicken dinner that they can secure for themselves. Yeah. And there you go. Entry taking down the players of TDP God's Reborn. Now that they have nothing to lose, they are playing like one. And right now, with the way they have been playing so far, even Team PN, they are getting a lot of kills for themselves. Abhishek, oh my goodness, aim to perfection, taking down Lake. And I guess that was the end for Team Angry Springs as well.
The man just vanished while coming down from the hill. I mean, he just disappeared. And PN Crew was the team that was responsible for it. They've had an amazing performance. Well, as I said, even if they just played this game and got eliminated first, they were taking the first position. But now there's going to be a difference between them and A1 Esports with the way they are playing already. 6 kills confirmed in the top 8. And Season, he was taken down quite low in how much health he had, but why are you sitting on the back?
He does not. He's just like me, you know. I'm too lazy to drive, and at this moment you cannot mess up. So he trusts his teammate Ayush. But right now, in such a critical position, taking the buggy, sitting on the backside, you are just making yourself more susceptible to the fire that is gonna come in for you. But right now, Team PN are on the edges. But Venom Legends, Evil Eye, the last man surviving for the squad, has spotted down FT. Did manage to rattle a couple of bullets over there, but okay, good. There you go. He has been spotted. Evil Eye taking a lot of damage, and I'm pretty sure his vehicle is gonna go down after this. Oh, he
gets taken out. He was the last man surviving for his team. Did not expect to see him this far up in the standings, though. Did survive. DRS Mafia Ninja, and I guess Ifti this time just tells him this is how the Mafia... Yeah, ouch. That's how the Mafia works. Ouch. That's how the Mafia works, baby. Take the ghillie suit. Take the ghillie suit from him. I know it's not going to do anything in this concrete land of the military military base, but still,
it's about the heck of it.
Yeah, it's about sending a message.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
In the last game.
Yes, in the last game. of Erangel. Now, suddenly, it's just 17 minutes. It's 17 minutes. We just have 6 teams alive. Is this a joke? Oh my goodness. The kind of aggression.
Last Erangel.
Yeah, last Erangel, there you go. It has been spoken. But Gyaltsen, he is hungry. He has smelt FT in his nearby fray and is charging onto with him. AJ, he also knows he's giving the sound cues. FT is running for his life and has an Uzi. But can he clutch this one out? That's the golden question over here. He goes in and oh my goodness. So much happening today. The final game absolutely going bonkers over here, but still God's Reborn. They've got 12 kills for themselves. Gentleman is knocked. Husky is going in for the revive. One good game, one chicken dinner can ensure them inside the PMCO finals.
Yeah, well, definitely one chicken dinner can change everything away, and God's Reborn right now in a perfect position to take it as well, as we are down to 5 teams, 15 players alive. God's Reborn, they have 4. Abrupt Slayers have 4 players. PN Crew have all 4. DRS is left with just 2 players. It's going to be a fight between 3 teams, Fixes.
Yeah, absolutely. Between 3 teams. And right now, it's gonna get long. But by the looks of it, Ayush, he has also met his maker over there. But Abhishek, the danger man, like I love to call him, has lobbied a grenade onto its Gyaltsen. But right now, not dishing out a lot of damage. Team DRS, they are looking comfortable, but they still are alert. Gyaltsen throwing that grenade, but does not deal out a lot of damage. But Abhishek will definitely find Husky in the far off fray, will take him down. Just have to see if they can go in for the confirmation. But Gyaltsen, he's getting impatient. He wants blood. He is hungry. This is the last game, the last hurrah for all of the teams, and they've all been eliminated. What the teams that we have right now are almost all of them that have already qualified. So it's going to be a game about making a statement, trying to end on top, and we just have to see whether Team P and Crew hold up to it, live up to it. But Husky, she's got a good position alongside her teammates.
Yeah, a good position along with the teammates as well. I think the player advantage is one thing that they can utilize. The spray is going to come and connects a lot of shots, but not enough to get a knock. The team in front of them is going to be able to get away, and it's going to be the last player remaining for KSX, Sanhok. How is this man still alive? Wasn't his team taken out a long time ago in this matchup?
Yeah, he was. We saw FT being taken down just a couple of seconds earlier, but he still is over there. So KS,
and he's going back.
He is going back. Why not? Why not? Cause
what? Yeah, last round. Yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes,
my bad.
Oh my goodness. He was just roaming around just to get blown up by Husky over there, exploding his vehicle. And you know, in those final circles, if you are just going in for a cruise, in for an evening ride, then this is certainly not the right time or not the right area. You are in military base where you're not even allowed. Since it's a survival game, you certainly can use anything at your disposal to survive, but not like how he was intending to. But AJ, he did take a lot of damage over there, but instantly retreating off. Was still action going on inside this one compound. Team DRS against Team PN. Who is gonna stand out on top?
Yeah, we will find that out in a couple of seconds, but who is going to be the next one to be taken out? As it is 3 teams that are there with a lot of players who have the potential to get this chicken dinner in the final matchup. And DRS, I mean, even they can surprise us, but the players of P and Crew have been spotted out by the 2 players from DRS, and they're just throwing the grenades one after the other. Gyaltsen with another nade being thrown in from his hands is not going to connect though, since the players are in... Did I say it too soon? It was AJ's nade. All right, it wasn't Gyaltsen, it was AJ's nade that connected over there. Oh, goes for the shots, but did not. I mean, he's standing in a concrete room. He has a ghillie suit, but that's not going to matter. Why do you not expect a player to be there? And he charges in Demon Killer. The Demon with the ghillie suit. Oh, the entire team is going to be taken out by the players from the distance. And an unfortunate series of events for the players of P and Crew, as it was Abrupt Slayers who wiped them out. 2 teams. 4 versus 4 situation. No excuses this time.
no excuses, and it's just gonna come down to the positioning over here.
Yeah.
Right now, God's Reborn, they've split up, and they've spotted down the players of Abrupt Slayer, but it is all going to come down to where the circle is, who the circle is favoring. It's still the 6th circle, just 22 minutes into the game, and now we just have those two teams, 8 players remaining, who are fighting for glory, who are fighting for respect, and God's Reborn are in a good side. 14 kills are, oh my goodness, 2 players instantly taken down. Now this is very deadly. With that, Gentleman is definitely gonna go in for the push, and let's see, is it going to be all over there? Is it going to be up for all the teams? And we just have to wait and watch. Gentleman, he is still trying to make that push. What do you think, Johnny? Can a clutch is possible in the situation?
I mean, this is going to be pretty hard, especially in the form that the Gentlemen are in. They have 15 kills already, and they are going to look to collect all the kills that are in front of them. That's going to be the players of Abrupt Slayers. Just 2 people remaining, 2 versus 4 scenario. Also, just 23 minutes on the clock. This has been an amazing, a really aggressive game. And once again, it was the last Erangel, and the players played it like it was the last game that they were going to play in this PMCO. Haven is going to be taken down. Joker from Abrupt Slayers is going to be the last man standing, and here comes the charge in, Gentlemen. Oh, he decides against it, but it's going to be a little bit too late as the footsteps have been given away and his position has been revealed as well. But with the shots coming in his direction, he knows where his opponent is. Joker steps out. The shots are exchanged. The damage is going to be there. The knock is going to be there. Joker just trying to get the points that he can before he gets taken out. The other 2 players from the side of God's Reborn, they charge in 1 versus 2 scenarios. -2 isolate the positions in a 1v1 situation. Gets another knock. 1 versus 1 situation. Can he go for the finish? And yes, he does. Yes, he does. A 1 versus 4 in the very last game of the semi-finals. Joker, the man is insane.
The man, the myth, the legend. I have always been nothing but praises for this man. And boy, oh boy, does he live up to the hype that he had created. Erangel, always a special map for Abrupt Slayers and Joker. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Buddy, how did you do that? I'm out of words.
Out of words indeed. Let's have a look at the MVP.
Just give it to this man.
Just give it to Joker. God's Reborn entry. I'm pretty sure Joker is close enough to him though. 6 kills, 750 damage, 22-minute survival time, 22-minute 57-second survival time, and 8.3 kilometers traveled. Weren't they on the island the entire time?
Yeah, they were, but no, I just want to talk about Joker right now. Entry, we love you. You got that MVP.
We've talked about
kills,
you a lot.
750. We all adore you.
Yeah.
But right now, the man of the moment, the MVP is definitely for me, and I believe for Johnny as well.
Yeah.
Joker, in the situation where everything mattered to him, he does step up. This is a sign of a true champion.
Yeah, definitely. Abrupt Slayers. Joker pulling that in the very last game. And we'll have to see how the standings are for that team as well, because that fight was incredible. Everything done perfectly. His teammates were taken down. He had the smokes in front of him that were popped by the players of God's Reborn. He took the footsteps from Gentleman, took him down first. The other teammate, actually it was 1v3. The last guy was already knocked out in the fights before. And the 2 players charging in. Pops out on the other side of the smokes, baits them to the other direction, takes them down, and that was an entry. And then the last player from God's Reborn, I've always talked about this. When you are outnumbered, it is really, really important to isolate those fights. If you try and take a fight against multiple opponents at the same time, there is no way you're coming out on top unless the players just line up perfectly and they miss all their shots.
Yeah, absolutely. But right now, let's take a look at the top 5 players that are going to be joining entry in the list. Oh my goodness, just those 4 kills for Joker, but 883 damage. And oh my goodness, the way Abrupt Slayers played the last game. Nothing taken away from God's Reborn. All their players are doing so well. Husky even getting 4 kills for himself, 585 damage. And Heaven will be on the 3rd position. But Demon Killer, who is an absolute demon, getting his inner beast alive over there, going all berserk with his M249 just to get taken down by Abrupt Slayers. But how the events unfolded in the final circle, where these 2 teams, the 2 Goliaths of their respective regions, went against each other. I think that smoke was very instrumental in that clutch that Joker pulled off.
Definitely. We talk about using a smoke as a cover. He used it as a concrete object, in fact, and just played around it quite perfectly.
That was a weapon for him.
Yeah, it was a weapon. It was the thing that turned the fight in his favor completely. And moving forward, it is going to be time to look at the standings and the match summary as well. And quite important thing. So summary first, always. We do have 58 kills out of the 59 knocks. I mean, this game was super aggressive, so that is acceptable. 15 headshots, 103 smokes and nades, out of which one was the one in the last fight.
The game-changing smoke, the the way you call it, can be $1,000 smoke over there. But the way things have shaped up, 103 smokes and grenades, that was a fast Erangel. In fact, that was the fastest Erangel I've casted in a long, long time.
Okay, riddle me this, Fixus. If Abrupt Slayers move from here to the finals, they finish in the top 4 in the finals, they qualify for PMPL Season 2. From there on out, they qualify for the next international event as well. That smoke might have just been a $10,000 smoke or a $100,000 smoke, because that is one of the things that turn everything around.
Imagine they go on and the PMPL, then to the World League. You never know. Global Championship definitely might be the thing, and that just might be $1 million smoke.
Well, things can happen. We can always hope for things to happen, but now it's time to have a look at the match standings and see the points that were taken. All right, they got the chicken dinner. It was important, 28 points to them, but God's Reborn, I mean, man, 15 kills, 14 placement points, more kills than their placement points.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've always had those players. They've always had that firepower for themselves, and they certainly have proven it in the last game. But maybe it's a bit too late. I will have to see that in the leaderboards. But right now, God's Reborn, you definitely have our respect. But Joker does outshine every single play in this entire match, the way things started off. And right now, talking about other teams, PN Crew, they're on the top. They're on this time to end it third. But oh my goodness, look at the bottom. Phantom Esports, 7C Esports, Satan,
Soulz
of BD, SOLTISQUAD, Venom Legends.
Yeah, Venom Legends, I mean, quite an upsetting performance, but Venom Legends, we'll have to see where they stand after this performance, because the difference wasn't that big, and it is going to be so intense when we move forward and have a look at the actual leaderboard as well, because that is going to be so interesting. If I remember correctly, team on the 9th position, 140 point, 10th and 11th were both tied at 142, but we're going to keep the suspense for now. We're going to keep the information to ourselves. Let's have a look at the kill leaderboard, and then we'll have a look at the team leaderboard.
Abhishek. Oh, I predicted that. I knew this guy has got a lot of potential. I said I will not be surprised if some international org comes and picks him up. The way that he has been playing, the momentum that he's been showing, even Steel Shot, A1 Esports going all in. So this shows some flavors. The top being held on by a Nepali player, and A1 Esports being from Bangladesh. Every single nation putting out their best over there. Just at 9 kills, nothing to really shy about. It's still the semi-finals. We have the finals coming up our way.
Yeah, it is tomorrow. It's tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, the finals.
The hype is real.
Yeah, the hype is real, because hype is going to be there as well in the finals. But moving forward, it is literally hype is going to be there. Moving forward, 6 to 10, we have Kuni, who makes it. Hungry Box, a young lad from Bangladesh, team playing for a team from Nepal, and has been performing really well. 24 kills to him. Evil Eye just showing what experience brings in. Mafia Ninja, as I said, and I'm going to say it because I like the line that I used. That's how the Mafia works. And moving forward, we have Rivals X Trigger, 22 kills, just the man putting a lot of pressure on the trigger finger and just taking out his opponents.
Absolutely. Team Rivals also off to good overall games, and as the leaderboards come in, we get to know which are the teams that are going to be qualifying for the finals of the PMCO South Asia region. And there you have the leaderboards this time, the top 8 teams. I will definitely take an absolute pleasure and honor to call out the names. PN Crew, A1 Esports, DRS Gaming, 7C Esports, PWP Esports, High Voltage, Abrupt Slayers, Trusty Process. But I would love to hold on, but no, that won't be the case over there. Venom Legends and RisingNepal. Oh, 2 points.
2 extra points for Venom Legends. 146, Rivals X. They are gonna be so upset. Satan as well. So RisingNepal, Venom Legends, they make it to the finals, and Since you called out the teams that have qualified, I'm going to call out the teams that we have to say goodbye to. Rivals X Satan, E2S OPM, Gods Reborn, Phantom Esports, Angry Springs, and we have more 8 teams joining them. That's going to be HARAME, Kirapi's Flow, 4 Archangels, Soulz of BD, Wolves Den, SOLTISQUAD, KSX, and DoyenKnightSs. So all these squads, they are going to be out of the tournament now. But I guess, as we said, as me and Ocean said the last time, the hopes and dreams are not over, because there's always going to be the next time.
Absolutely. We have talked about it time and again. You are never losers, you are learners.
Yeah.
And that's what you are going to take from this tournament. And it was a pleasure casting all these teams. And there were a lot of surprises, a lot of new teams that came up. E2S OPM, a team that came in from Maldives, first time into a global tournament. And boy, oh boy, they did have some good days and some bad days. Talking about other teams as well, even Phantom Esports starting off really well, got caught up in the storms in the middle and just could not recover.
Well, yeah, the group stages for Phantom Esports, E2S OPM, they were incredible. In fact, Soulz of BD as well. But in the semi-finals, Gods Reborn. Semi-finals is where these teams flustered up and weren't able to deal with the pressure. But as Fixer said, either you win or either you learn in a situation, and these teams have definitely, I'm sure, taken a lot from the experience that they've had in this PMCO and will come back stronger in the next year basically, because from here on out we're going to have the PMPL, then the World Championship is going to come in, and the next year we will have the spring split again for the PMCO. Let's hope these teams, we get to see them again. But for today, we're done with the semi-finals. Tomorrow it's going to be the finals starting, so make sure you tune in. Before I close out the day, I have to give a huge shout out to our sponsors. So this PUBG Mobile Club Open 2020 Fall Split South Asia Region Semi-Finals was sponsored by the Oppo Reno 4 with the Walk Charging 4.0 and the 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, and it also has the 6.4-inch AMOLED display. And with that, we come to an end of our show for today and for the semifinals. Tomorrow, tune in for the finals. My name is One Super Johnny John, and joined by Fixes, we're gonna call it a night. You guys also take care and have a great evening.
But to me, you're clearly the best. Don't touch me. That was close. Don't worry, I've got your back. Ready to rock. Go on, do your thing. Clearly, you are the best. Oppo Reno 4.